Sonoma race.
What
And
is
as I talk to you guys,
fucking
15 races in, we have 11 different winners. Right now, it's who gets into the playoffs. But if
What
I had to
is
pick based on what you've seen your
fucking
championship career,
happening?
Let's get into that in NASCAR. If we look down the road,
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Come on, there's some names you could throw out, but
I'll be honest. I don't know how you can pick anybody right now. I mean, there's been so many teams and drivers that have been competitive this season that when they have a decent day, I mean, they're strong and they're strong week in and week out. But there is not just 4 guys you can pick right now. I don't think.
Yeah, I would say you could take about 20 numbers and throw them in a hat and draw 4 out.
What's up, Winval? How you doing today?
But I will say one guy.
You ready for some road course racing?
Kyle Busch in that 18 car. I know he only has the 1 win on the Bristol Dirt, but if you look at his last 9
Busch
races,
brothers.
he really only has 1 bad finish, and that was at Darlington when he was running.
You don't
inside
feel
the top
good?
5 when Brad
Maybe some racing can make you feel better.
nowhere to go.
Racing always
I
helps
think
me
he's
feel
the
better.
one that could start rearing his head.
Yeah, I would say too, just Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin. I mean, not that just they have 2 wins, but how they've won in different ways.
Your stomach is queasy? That's an interesting fucking
Fords have run well,
adjective.
The Chevy's turn, we talk about that in Toyota, so it's really hard to get a gauge along with the driver which manufacturer is most dialed in.
Well, I think we know from inside knowledge that there's a manufacturer that has a little bit of an edge, and then the other 2 are they're pretty close behind that. But there is one manufacturer in the group that does have a little bit of a leg up right now.
Larson starts on pole today.
It seems like they win everything, even if it's not auto racing. That's how they do it. All right, now we're going to wrap up with before you guys head up to the booth, and we thank Chase for attempting to join us here. We wish him well today. Put it out, and Larry, you're going to start with one that involves our guy right here.
Well, there is a long list of ways to retaliate.
I'm thinking your
but I wanna
stomach-
show
my
you
stomach is
how
turning a
not
lot.
to retaliate, get
Jeez.
revenge. 2011, riding with my man Tony Stewart. That's Brian Vickers. He spins it, but watch this right here. This is Brian Vickers coming back. Tony, what the hell were you thinking? Put it out, for God's sake.
I'm thinking no matter what gear I grabbed on top of that tire stack, it wasn't going
You
in.
know who else said, what the hell are you thinking?
My
Your
crew
fab
chief.
shop.
Yeah, my crew chief, my fab shop. That's a bad angle. That looks terrible.
Yeah, Tony said when he drove in today, his tires were still spinning. I mean,
You ate a banana and then your stomach hurt? Do you have a problem with bananas? Does your body reject bananas?
Chief notes when he comes to the wine country just a few years ago. This is what we found him doing. He was late to our production meeting, so he's stopping grapes trying to make his own wine because his room ran out. And look at that. All right. So I'm going to say, instead of put it out, stop it out. Stop it out, Larry McReynolds.
I just hate they showed my legs. They look like out-of-bound markers on a golf course.
So the LA Coliseum Clash will happen again next year. They just announced that.
That's right. We might be drinking wine the rest of the... Hey, give me a real quick pick for today. Somebody you think might come out on top? You got anybody in mind? You think Kevin Harvick today?
I still think Chase Elliott. I mean, his stats show it, and he's starting on the front row, so he has the ability to get out front clean and hopefully take care of his car. But obviously, I'd love one of our cars to get up there too.
Well, Mark Crook said it's all about strategy, but I'm about the other guy on the front row. I think.
Oh, you didn't want the LA Coliseum Clash again?
All right, thanks for being along for the thrill ride. They'll head up to the booth to join Mike Joy coming up. That's not for Michael Waltrip. That's for us. To signal you, send you the Bella Twins, a little wrestling style. We'll continue live here in just a moment. Hello, hi, how are you?
Knoxville Raceway, June 18th. One night only. NASCAR trucks racing live.
It's the final race for Fox, too, on this season.
In the world. Be there when the trucks hit the dirt.
Which is kind of
Bring
sad.
Your friends, bring your family. Plus, all kids 12 and under are free. That's right, free. NASCAR trucks, one night only. The Clean Harbors 150 presented by Premier Chevy. Live Saturday night, June 18th. Get your tickets now at KnoxvilleRaceway.com.
It's too slow. It doesn't, and my issue isn't that it's too slow. Like, I just don't like how narrow the track was at the LA Coliseum. Like, you couldn't do any passing whatsoever. NASCAR isn't on Abu Dhabi Sports. That fucking sucks. That's why you should have stayed in America. Greatest country in the world. We have NASCAR on TV.
know the lyrics, win $1 million.
If you get it wrong, you go home with nothing.
No, don't forget the lyrics. Part of $1 Million Music Monday tomorrow on Fox.
It's the summer of baseball on Fox. And every Saturday night in prime time, it's Baseball Night in America. On July 19th, the Stars align in LA for the All-Star Game.
You know what I would do, Winval? I would check all of the different channels on Abu Dhabi Sports and see what's actually on there, because it might not say that they're showing the race, but they might actually be showing it. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
NASCAR and wine country. We're on the grid here. The fans are here. What's up, everybody? Hello. What a beautiful day. I found the Bella twins. The Bella twins are here. Hi, girls. How are you? How are you enjoying NASCAR?
We're loving it. Look at these fans. They're amazing. The weather's amazing.
You and I have something in common. You know what it is?
No, we do. What is it?
I'll give you a hint.
I don't know. I think I got to see another move.
What do you think?
Now I see why we both didn't end up champions. So.
That's true. It didn't go very well for me either. Have fun, girls. Enjoy you being here. Fred Warner, Fred. Appreciate you being at NASCAR.
Schedule and Arab and TV won't have it translated.
Like I used to.
Just like you can strap the pads on and go tackle him like I can. Yeah, same thing.
Jaden's being annoying. He's not posting his pics.
You're one of the best linebackers in the NFL. People say that about you. How does that make you feel?
Man, I mean, it's a blessing. It's a product of everybody around me. Seriously, you know, I came in the perfect organization. Guys have built me up, and I just stayed the course, kept my head down, and worked hard. So.
Well, you're a great role model. I appreciate you being here at NASCAR. I'm looking forward to you heating up this Camry on the track.
Hey, we're gonna pedal to the metal, baby.
I believe #1 ranked Tennessee is in baseball is going to lose to non-ranked Notre Dame.
Hi, what's up? How are you?
Good. Hi,
Jesus.
Brandon. Come along.
Well, I'm
So what that
calling
is a
Jaden
shameless plug in the business. You
because
know, my family's here.
Jaden's
Talk
just
to him.
being a
Bill
problem.
Elliott,
I'm gonna call
Hall
him
of
and
Famer.
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, post
I
your
was showing the
pics."
Bella twins my
and then he's
dance
gonna
moves
do
from
it.
Dancing with the Stars. Did you happen to check me out on Dancing with the Stars?
Hey, you gotta play with that. I heard you was fantastic for a while.
I'ma call this fucker.
How's Chase feeling today? Everything good?
You better answer.
Ready to go.
Well, it's good to see
If
you.
not, I'll leave a
Next week.
voicemail.
Yeah, we'll get together next week. How about that? Let's see who else we can find. There's Hey, Chase, Michael. Mikey, how are you? I'm good. We're gonna talk to you on the grid, but everything's running late. So, how you doing?
Settle for dad.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Dad, and now I got son. This is a good day for me.
I think you downgraded on this side, but
I'm sorry, the person you were.
Okay, he posted them.
Yeah, see how it goes.
One of your biggest fans, my daughter Macy, she wanted to ask you a question. Mace, what do you got?
How you feeling for today?
That's all you got.
I'm sorry.
We discussed this last night. It was going to be much more intense. Like, what's your favorite series you're watching on TV now?
Blacklist.
Blacklist. Tell me a little bit about it real quick.
You got to check it out for yourself. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Come on now.
Your dad's expecting.
You called and he posted, yeah.
Chris Busher.
He was like, "I'm not gonna answer Sam."
How y'all doing? It's good to have him back, isn't it? He did great qualifying. Michael McDowell. Here's some guys. Phil, who we got? Tyler Reddick. Tyler, you around here? Oh, there you are. Sorry. Hold on 1 second, please. Hey, I got
Hold on
10
1 second,
seconds. Tell me how you're going to win this race today.
Keeping it on the racetrack. That's it.
I think you're going to do just fine. I'm glad I found you. We're having fun down on the grid. The fun continues right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able and remove your hats as the Travis Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing as Billy Malden of Motor Racing Outreach offers today's invocation.
Heavenly Father, as we rise up to recognize your presence in our lives, we do so grateful for this great day and this opportunity to go racing and all that today has in store for us. Be with these drivers, teams, officials. Lord, bless everybody. Keep them safe. The men and women of our armed forces, first responders everywhere, we ask you to watch over and keep them. Father, may your peace and your presence be with us all. It's in your holy name we pray. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome BMG Music Publishing singer-songwriter, Kat Raquel.
Oh, say, can you see? dawn's early light. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the whole
Let's go racing.
Tubi, free movies and TV.
I want you to make some friends this summer.
You believe if NASCAR is it's at prime time in Dubai, it's shown at that time? Oh, really?
Phones. Houston, we have a problem. Family. Streaming free.
Have fun. Yeah. Obviously, we're dealing with superior intelligence.
Bravo! Tubi, watch free.
All right, I'm gonna change your world. That's a shot. Let's go. I love food. Great. Right. I want to watch history. Yes. You want to root for the underdog. Good luck with that. In sports, people hate what they fear. They hate the Cowboys. They hate LeBron. I've got a lot of haters. Spoiler. We know that, obviously. I'm controversial when I don't even mean to be. It doesn't matter how many times I'm right. You'll still argue with me. This is The Herd.
This is awesome. It's Friday Night SmackDown on Fox.
If we are like at Dega, it may be still at Sonoma. Really? What? They recap NASCAR, but the race is like 3 to 4 weeks old. It's so stupid.
Race day live from Sonoma here on FS1, presented by Coca-Cola. This track sharing the area's wine country heritage. Now, wine your first choice when it comes to a drink in the area, but
Finally, a cloudy Sonoma race. We've had like a sunny Sonoma race every year since 2013. It's nice to see some cloud. I like cloudy days.
Every event in life should be appreciated with a perfectly paired beverage. So, here are my tips for life's perfect sips.
Perfect pairings with Ryan Blaney.
Winning the NASCAR All-Star race twice. That tastes like $1 million. Starting your vacation with a 2-hour flight delay. Remember, vacations start at the airport. Conquering a 500-mile race in an open-wheel vehicle. My boss RP knows a little something about this. Finding out your girlfriend dumped you via TikTok. That requires something a little stronger. You'll feel better tomorrow. Maybe not physically. Making the final out in your club dodgeball team championship. If You dodge a wrench, you can... well, you know the rest. Finding out your best friend's engaged. Hey, who doesn't like a good bachelor party? Coming in second at your office party limbo contest. You've probably already had enough. And there's only one way to celebrate a win at Sonoma.
Remember the pizza helmet guy? No.
You're in
I didn't watch much of that live stream.
Thanks, Ryan, for being a good sport with style. Yeah, the winner of this race gets to drink from the champion's goblet, or as Larry refers to it, his sippy cup. We can't. Let's check our Coke family of drivers. Joey Logano starting ninth. He's got 2 wins in the last 4 races. Suarez looking for that first victory of his career, but he's done well in some road courses. Denny Hamlin, 5 straight Sonoma top 10s, and Austin Dillon, he was 10th in Austin this year, his best road course finish. With Michael Waltrip wrapping up, it's been a fun time here. The age of drivers, we started out talking about young drivers this year. Average age about 31 and a half. But there's been a nice mix lately of some veteran drivers. In fact, when it comes to Sonoma, maybe like a fine wine, Michael, you age well on this particular track. Let's look. 26 of the winners in this race over the age of 30, and even more distinguished, we have 5 over the age of 40 who have done well in the wine country. You've been talking to the guys on the grid throughout the weekend here, the drivers. What are you looking forward today?
I'm over 50. You think maybe I ought to give it a roll, Chris?
You could still, hey, if it was a super speedway, I'd throw you in a car and put some Fox Bet money on you.
You know what I love? I love Michael McDowell. We talk all season about how well he's done. He is a road racer. He's starting inside the top 5. He's a veteran. I look for him to do really well.
We got to know that Dega only pays $7K for the winner in ARCA. Jesus.
They even have Joey Logano listed as a
And a set of ARCA tires is $2,500. Jeez.
Part of our coverage. We're ready to wrap up our season of bringing you the races right now.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome WWE Hall of Famers and hosts of the Bellas Podcast, Nikki and Brie Bella.
Driver, start your engine! Woo!
Last race on Fox in 2022. Hell yeah, Jaden. Read above the comments you read. Brayton Lester is racing next week. Who even Brayton Laster? Who is that?
Racing isn't all about the numbers. Like 162 Cup wins.
Or 3 Cup Series championships.
How about those 3 Daytona 500s?
It's about the thousands of bumps and bruises. It's the millions of fans and the endless rain of confetti.
It's the countless I love yous.
Our success is in a generation of memories. Here's to the next.
Running the sanctuary absolutely brings me peace. The work is 100% cathartic for me. You know, I find myself getting tied up in it and being busy, and then it's really nice just to sit, breathe in life, and it's beyond zen.
With the fresh cracked egg and all this crispy bacon, Wendy's Breakfast Baconator might be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time.
And that deserves a chef's kiss.
It does. Wow.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Breakfast Baconator.
NASCAR's most entertaining weekend is about to show you how it earned its name. See it for yourself. Get your tickets now at mispeedway.com.
ARCA Iowa was delayed till about 11 p.m. Iowa time. Jesus. It's like
No, but this mango hint water tastes just
it's like 1 a.m. our time, or my time.
How can water taste just like fruit? How can a
just like our hands. Just like our hands.
I'll be back. I'm gonna get my blizzard.
Bush's baking is the sure sign of free time.
Pesky leaks? Gorilla waterproof patch and seal spray, of course. Seals out water, air, and moisture, indoors and out. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth. Available in spray, liquid, and tape.
Sun-soaked day here in Northern California. It's NASCAR country.
Who doesn't love Sonoma? Wine country, it's beautiful, the racing's great.
Welcome to beautiful wine country, the Sonoma Valley of Northern California. We're at the end of the Sonoma Valley, out on Sears Point, Sonoma Raceway. The site of today's Toyota Save Mart 350 on FS1. Hi, everybody, I'm Mike Joy, and I'm joined by two analysts who've had...
Also, did you know in Pearson, Alaska did racing? They did some kind of Chevy 250, then Legend of Bandoleros. Oh, that's cool. What's up, Matt? How you doing today?
And Tony Stewart, three-time Cup champion, eight-time road course winner. His final victory was won for the ages here as he dueled Denny Hamlin all the way to the final corner to win the final race of his career. Hamlin, by the way, trying to tie that all-time win mark of Tony's today. I'm sure we'll hear more about that as the day goes on. But what is it about road racing in NASCAR, Tony, since you came into the sport and since you won that race in 2016, about the number of competitive teams and drivers when we turn right and left?
Yeah, I don't know that necessarily all
Chevy 250 race had no commentary. That's so awkward.
When I started in Cup in '99, but by the time I retired at the end of 2016, everybody was putting emphasis on it. The drivers, the teams, they knew how important it was, considering if you won, you got yourself a spot in the playoffs. So everybody puts emphasis on these road course races now, and now we have more of them than ever.
6 of them now, 2 then, now 6, last year 7. And Larry Mack, for 22 of the 32 races here at Sonoma, we have run the 2-mile short course using the chute from turn 4A to 7. We've been at the carousel the last couple of years. Now we're back to the chute. How does that affect your race strategy?
Well, the configuration is different, the distance is different, the challengers are the same, and they were the same 33 years ago in 1989, trying to give that driver grip. A good handling race car turning left and turning right, and you want to make sure you don't repair one item and hurt another. But something I didn't have to deal with in 1989 was stage racing. That is a game changer when it comes to road courses. The whole thing today will be, how do you work these stages, score stage points, and after this race win, but be in position in that final stage.
Well, something else that neither of you had to deal with was the new Gen 7 car and its 5-speed sequential shift transmission. Now here is this year. Here's what we expect to see for shifting and shift points in the middle of a race run. And we compare that to just a few years ago when we had the Gen 6 car and its 4-speed transmission. And there's a whole lot less of those shift points.
And this is one of those tracks that it doesn't have a lot of long straightaways, so you don't have a lot of time for the drivers to take a breath, relax. They were busy before. Now with 5 speeds, they're even busier.
Well, with an independent rear, hopefully, they're not wheel hopping.
Brayton does Twitch it, and he is live. Who do I think wins today? I think Truex. I hope he doesn't, but I think Truex wins.
You always cheer up here in the booth for the second place car. You want him to catch the first place car, and then things like this happen.
But he's starting all the way back at 28, so he's got some work to do.
I think I should dial up my last lap buddy here at Sonoma, Mr. Denny Hamlin. Hey, Denny Hamlin, Tony Stewart in the box booth. You got me, bud? what's the strategy today? And I mean, I don't know about you. Some people say turn 11 is the trickiest corner on this track. What's your thoughts?
Well, it sure was versus you at one point, but no, I mean it really is once you're bottled up in the restart. But I mean, all the corners pose a challenge. Turn 7 to me was the most challenging during practice. The car really skated around pretty bad there, so conditions are a little better today, so I don't think it'll be quite as bad, but still.
It is 68 degrees in Sonoma, California. Oh, 69 degrees. Oh, nice.
Rear brake lockup because with this next gen car, we've got such better brakes on the rear. Are you fighting any of the rear balance brake issues?
We are. We certainly are. Certainly the car is capable of braking harder than what we're able to give it. The tire, won't handle all the brakes that it's got. So it's a lot different than the old car that you just you pounded the pedal as hard as you could, and then you hope not to wheel hop. This one definitely have to be cognizant of not locking up the rears.
Look up pizza helmet.
Appreciate your time. Have a good race today. Stay away from that one car.
Will do.
Is it this one?
Here is
or
your starting group for today's
that
race.
one?
Kyle Larson dominated this race a year. He's on pole again. His teammate Chase Elliott was just a couple tenths off and very close, a 7-time road course winner. Chris Buescher missed last week due to COVID, but he is back and he qualified third. Michael McDowell, pair of Fords on road 2. His great season continues. Tyler Reddick, top 10 in 4 of his last 5 road course starts.
Oh, pizza helmet, NASCAR.
In a Ford started top 10 in both road course races this year. Ross Chastain, the winner at COTA in Austin, Texas, and his track.
Is it that one? That's awesome.
Suarez was very strong at COTA before a spin.
I love that.
Joey Logano has won 2 of the last 4 races this season, and there's Denny Hamlin, who nearly won this race in 2016, but Tony did. Across the bottom of your screen will scroll the rest of the starting lineup. 36 cars strong. As we go to pit road for late-breaking stories, beginning with Vince Welch.
Well, Mike, we're going to talk a lot about it today, and Joey Logano.
Oh, yeah, I just read it.
The key to the race today, and that is tire
That's
wear.
cool.
Only 4 sets of tires laying here for the 22, the team that won last week. Can they go back-to-back for the second time in his career? Logano said he should know within the first 20 laps. How are the tires adjusting to his setup? That will determine whether or not it's going to be a points day or a day in which they may sip that wine in victory lane at the end. Jamie Little?
Well, Vince, one guy who has been in the headlines all week long is Ross Chastain in the one after getting into Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott. Well, I asked him, what's the fallout? What has happened since? He said, I talked to both of them, and I know where I stand. So something could happen, a payback down the road. But as far as today, he feels
he has a
like
list.
he's the top 5 car. Remember last time we were on a road course? He went to victory lane. And that watermelon man, he smashed a watermelon. Feels like he could get it done here at Sonoma. Mike?
Thanks, Jamie. Speaking of victory lane, win and you're in has continued.
AJ Allmendinger starting in 16th. That's not good, but I feel like he can work his way up there. Where's Syndic starting? 25th? That's good.
Here's how they stand so far in the playoffs. 4 drivers with 2 wins each. And here are the drivers trying to get in on points, and you see that cut line and how close it is. And look at the talent below the cut line. And once you get down past about 18th position, you almost have to win.
Brayton can race anywhere from Sonoma to South Boston.
Yeah, and that's the pressure of this series, but it's also changed the game. Stage racing and the playoffs have changed how we race. We used to think from race 1 to the end of the season, you did everything you could to accumulate points. Now with stage racing and with win and you're in, now you take chances. You get crew chiefs that think outside the box. Their strategies are outside the box. The drivers race a little bit outside the box and be a little more aggressive when they need to. So this has changed the game. 11 guys already locked in and 5 spots available. It is going to get tougher and tougher each week from here on out.
And folks, we'll just keep saying win and you're in until somebody wins and they're out. It hasn't happened yet. Look at this race course. Look at this filled parking lots and hillsides.
Part-time driver in ARCO has 12 years of experience in racing. How old is this guy?
The difference between turn 11 and turn 3A, that is 160 feet of elevation change here.
Not like Coda, where you just go 130 feet straight up the front straightaway in Austin, Texas. You're up, you're down, you're pretty much all around.
And that's what makes this track so much fun. The elevation changes how you drive, and there's a bunch of blind, off-camber corners that you have to navigate. You've got a big, long, sweeping uphill section into turn 2 at the start. Just a lot of things that make you have to be in the rhythm of this racetrack.
Larry, let's take a look at today's race analysis.
Yeah, again, we're going to go 110 laps here. That's 219 miles. Look at the stages closely. Stage 1, 25, then 30, and then 55 laps in that final stage. Pit road speed, easy to get busted here, 40 miles per hour.
They race quarter midget cars like in the little 500.
44 laps. It's
the
all
little
about
500.
the strategy in that final stage.
Several cars going to the rear. Christopher Bell changed a steering rack. A.J. Allmendinger had to work on the exhaust. Eric Jones, they did some steering rack work. And Cody Ware failed inspection several times and will have to do a drive-through after the green flag. Yesterday, the temperature was in the 90s. Friday, it was near 100 degrees. And look at today. A high overcast, no real threat of rain, but it's brought the ambient down to the low 70s and the track temp to 91. Perfect wine weather.
Yesterday, the drivers were saying, where am I going to find some grip? The weatherman gave it to us today.
Yeah, that's a free change that you get, but unfortunately, everybody gets the same change.
The Goldfish Casino slots camera on board A.J. Allmendinger's number 16. Recall it racing. The Joe Gibbs Toyota of Martin Truex Jr. will carry our Toyota onboard cameras.
Yeah, I just see a raindrop at Sonoma.
Rookie Austin Cindric with a lot of road race experience.
What's up, Kenneth? How you doing, my man?
Penske Mustang. Ally with Alex Bowman and the Ally camera on board the number 48 starting 19. The Monster Energy cameras ride with Kurt Busch. From 6. And Daniel Suarez starting 8th with the Coca-Cola on board. For Team Trackhouse, his teammate Ross Chastain has the Tootsie's camera starting 2nd. Chris Buescher starting 3rd. Here's his team.
All right, guys, got a nice fast car here today. Fortunately, got a good starting spot. Let's keep it up front all day. Come home with the win. Yep. No more about it. Work hard all day.
Rick Childress driving the pace car, put the turn signal on to take that 300-plus horsepower Toyota Camry TRD to pit road. And they will come out of that hairpin turn 11.
All right, here we go.
Left-hand kink of turn 12 and address themselves.
Here we go, y'all.
25 laps for stage 1 of 3 stages.
Green flag. We're racing from Sonoma. The oldest ARCA driver was 90. Yeah, Herschel Griff. He raced at 90.
Yeah, I mean, obviously getting to turn 2 could be a tricky spot, and like you mentioned, you're on the inside in turn 1, but that puts you on the outside for turn 2, so having 2 teams that's on the front row that allow them to go up and get in line.
Turn 7 and now into the exits. Turn 10, fastest corner on the course. And now the straightaway, heading for Dive Bomb City. Turn 11.
Yeah, they go from the fastest corner, turn 10, to the slowest corner, the opposite of a Martinsville, 3 and 4 right there, going the opposite direction, slowest part of the racetrack.
Colorado tried the outside of Daniel Suarez, nothing there on that one.
He's racing next week and you're supporting him? You mean the Knox? Is he racing the Knoxville truck race next week?
Makes it unstable, so they'll have to watch that early and run when the tire pressures are low.
You watching my live stream from Sonoma, California? You at the race?
This is turn 4A. Turn 4 is not used. That would lead to the carousel. 4A leads across to turn 7. Back to the S's. Running 6th place with Cole Custer.
This first stage is 25 laps.
Cole Custer in that 41 car, he kind of surprised himself in qualifying yesterday.
He did. He actually told us when he got out of the car that he thought he had ran a lap that probably would have put him about 30th and ended up 6th. So it shows how good a lap it actually was from the standpoint that when it feels slow, a lot of times it's fast.
Uh-oh, here we go. 3 wide, coming down toward 11. I think it's sorted out.
Sonoma looks so weird when it's cloudy. Like, it doesn't even look like the same racetrack. You're so used to seeing it be so sunny here.
I'd say knowing the group that we have out here today, I'd say there's a very good possibility we can see tires flying across the racetrack again.
Daniel Dye was cleared to race and people are pissed. Yeah, I heard about that whole thing. It's kind of funny, I can't lie.
This is one place he did finish second to Kyle Larson a year ago, but it's one place he's still trying to kind of find himself.
And it surprises me, such a good road course racer. I mean, I think hands down, even though Martin Truex and Kyle Larson have had success here recently, Chase is one of those drivers that just has a good feel and a good read on the road courses. When conditions change, he's able to adapt to them. He's just so solid. But he waits. He's not one of those guys that has to get the lead on lap 2 or lap 3. He's a guy that waits till it really counts and time for the money to be on the line.
Well, with those 7 road course wins, as you guys were talking about, Chase Elliott undeniably has those strong road racing skills, but he points back to a test at Watkins Glen in 2017 that turned it all around for this team. They learned something that day that lent itself to a style that perfectly matched his skill set, a setup that perfectly matched his skill set. He said without that test and what they learned that day, he wouldn't have those 7 road course wins.
Well, now here's A.J. Allmendinger, had to start in the rear due to unapproved adjustments. And he's picked up 3 spots so far. Working on Ty Dillon. Here's the second toughest corner on the course because, look, you can't see the exit. When you hit that apex and you put the throttle down, you don't really end up, do you, knowing if you're going to end up on the pavement at the exit of the corner or on the dirt?
No, it gets a little easier as the race goes on when you get in a rhythm, but early in the race and early in practice sessions, it is blind and it is very, very hard. You hope you get a point in the right direction, but you're already on the gas before you actually see where you're going to end up.
Christopher Bell on 5 spots, the biggest mover in the race, forward that is, replaced a steering rack after qualifying and had to start in the rear.
And you know, as far as the Joe Gibbs Toyota drivers, Christopher Bell, he may be the quickest each and every week. And finally now the execution is there and the finishes are matching their performance.
Martin Truex had a lot of road course success now. There's a lane open under Bubba Wallace, but Bubba closes that door.
And guess what? Arca West, a.k.a. Kenan West, got shortened due to qualifying for Cup. Really?
On the screen of our rooftop camera.
It's wet dirt, Mike.
Okay.
That's weird.
4 laps complete in Sonoma. Pole sitter Kyle Larson with Chase Elliott keeping close tabs on the leader.
My A1C stayed here. It needed to be here.
Ruby's A1C is down with Rubelsis.
My A1C wasn't at goal. Now I'm down with Rubelsis.
Mom's A1C is down with Rubelsis.
In a clinical study, once daily Rubelsis significantly lowered A1C better than a leading branded pill. Rubelsis isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rubelsis if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Rubelsis and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rubelsis with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Need to get your A1C down?
Ask your healthcare provider about Rybelsus today.
What happens when performance meets power? You try crazy things because you're crazy and you like it. You get bigger, badder, faster. You can never have too much of a good thing. And power is a very good thing.
Here's my dip.
Did you bring your 7-layer dip?
Yeah, but it's just 7 layers of beans.
Resourceful. Or did you invite all your friends to watch your favorite team?
They're losing, but that's okay.
So sweet, so unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you pretend to like sports or your girlfriend's dad would like it better?
What? No, I love sports.
Me too.
It's still the E-Fresh refresh, and now Subway's refreshing every time.
We watched Hickory yesterday, and we saw a hot country girl that got so flustered that one guy said, "I'd fuck her till she passed away." What?
Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing and refreshing.
Hitting the road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon.
Jesus Christ.
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Your shipping manager left to find himself, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job.
Oh, Matt, you asked who do I think will win stage 1?
/hire.
Larson.
6 laps complete. Chevy's 1-2. Look at these Fords 3 and 4 right close together. Here are your Ford track facts for today. That's a little too close. Ford has won 4 races. Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe, and 2 for Joey Logano. They also won the Clash at the Coliseum and the All-Star race. Ryan Blaney. 3rd and 4th place, Chris Buescher has just kind of nibbled away at whatever gap Michael McDowell had, so that now there is no more gap 34.
You know, Michael McDowell in that 34 car, I talked to his crew chief, Blake Harris, yesterday, and he said they spent 3 weeks working on the simulator preparing for Sonoma because they know a road course or super speedway, it's their best opportunity.
And Dale's, or Chris is, or not Chris, but McDowell is a very, very good road course racer, has been for years. This is a great opportunity, and the work that they did leading into Sonoma this weekend showed the very first lap they were on track yesterday. He had a sizable margin on the field.
Hickory had trucks, but they were average. I've been to Hickory. I saw, like, I think they call them, like, lawnmowers. They're not actual lawnmowers. They're like a race car that I guess, in a way, kind of would look like a lawnmower. Not really, but yeah, I saw that at Hickory.
Even with 11 races to go, he's going to have to win to get in.
5th place, Daniel Suarez. Jamie.
Yeah, he's moved up 3 spots already, Mike. And you know, yesterday in the Truck Series race, Carson Hocevar had that broken right leg. He had to get out of the truck at the end of stage 1. So Daniel Suarez jumped in. He was 2 laps down, came back to finish 6th. And I asked him about that performance and how it could help today. He said the car.
He tried to get unstuck and it ended in an arrest. Jesus.
Help. He said getting in that rhythm help, and it's showing already early in this race.
Having a great drive in 5th place. Now, how about his Trackhouse teammate, Ross Chastain, who had that big dust-up with Denny Hamlin last week? Well, look who's nose to tail. Tony, you can't make this stuff up.
No, and anytime there's rivalries, it's like having 2 magnets on each car. I mean, it just draws them together, and they never get away from each other.
If I put my Phil Surgeon hat on right now, the crew chief of Ross Chastain, let's just ride here for a little bit.
Well, I think Denny started behind him, so at some point Denny has got around him, and I think Ross is probably thankful that he's still rolling right now.
Now, we could keep a camera all day on this pair, but you really expect retaliation today?
Well, I used to deal with it different than a lot of guys, and I know Denny said he's going to wait till it matters, and that would be the playoffs, obviously. I didn't want to wait that long. Everybody thinks I like to be in get upset with other drivers. I didn't like it at all. Hated it because I like the guys I race with. I respected them. But
Guy flipped the fans and the drivers off about 5 times. Great attitude on that guy.
And that's the things that Rusty Wallace and Dale Sr. and Bobby Labonte, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, a lot of great drivers taught me when I started. And this will happen in this.
Ross got around Denny.
Coached by a lot of his fellow drivers, and Ross will learn and he'll figure it out.
But I really liked what I saw there at turn 11 because Denny Hamlin saw Chastain coming to the inside, went way wide in the corner, gave him all kinds of room, so no issue here.
I don't think Denny's going to do anything to Ross. Chase, on the other hand, I think Chase might do something to Ross.
It's about just being smart at this point.
But you know, Tony, you mentioned lap 10. This is normally at Sonoma when issues with the race cars, they start rearing their head. If it starts getting real loose, exit or won't turn, get in the corner now that we've got this many laps.
Well, and just in the first 10 laps here, from lap 5 with Kyle Larson, the leader, he was running 18.4. At lap 10, he's running 19.5.
Oh, Bubba got a problem.
Boom, Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace blows an engine. No caution yet. Yep, there's the caution.
At turn 4A. On lap 10. Now, back to this in a moment, but Kyle Busch had gotten right there. Now, Bubba downshifting for turn 4A, coming down the hill. That's when that one went loose. But here's Kyle Busch and company.
You say ice?
Yes, he did.
That's his way of saying no grip.
Thinking it's not that cold.
Yeah, I was like, man, it was really cold when we got here this morning, but not that cold.
That's a tough break for Bubba Wallace. We're going to ride with Martin Truex. Oh, it's already gone going up the hill. Now, Tony, you tested these cars at Bowman Gray Stadium, and I know you
look at the fluid out of the exhaust pipes.
I know you probably didn't do a lot of shifting there, but it's not possible to miss a shift with this gearbox, is it?
No, it's really not. You're not using the clutch when you're shifting. You're just getting out of the gas for a split second, pulling the handle. That indexes the gear as we go on. But it's, I think with all the downshifts here, I mean, who knows in practice yesterday if he had any issues, if there was a part where he did an over rev on a downshift, for example. So it's not likely to see a motor expire this early in the run, is it?
So we keep talking about the 5-speed sequential shifter. Unlike
Joey Hand is running in 20th.
So let's go to our Ford Performance Cutaway car and let's kind of show you the sequential shifter. Now, again, it's still on the floor on the right side of the driver. It's not like it's paddle shifted. But to shift it is not the H pattern. You just keep pulling it back. From second to third to fourth to fifth, there's a mechanism back there that hooks it into the gearbox. There's no transmission. You have a gearbox and you have a transaxle, which is a lot like most other series of racing has today.
Well, looking at the fluids coming out of that pipe, it'll be like Kenny Schrader used to say. One of them big important parts must have broke.
Yeah.
You think his engine probably gave up for him being on one gear too long? Yeah, I could see that.
One time said, can we just say it was an oil pan failure?
When a rod comes out the oil pan, it fails. Understood.
Yeah, I don't see any takers here. So what they're doing, they're trying to get off sequence here. They see how good that 5 car is because we're going to go back racing here probably in about 2 or 3 laps. I do expect about 10 laps later, Jamie Little to see other leaders in for pit stops.
Yeah, Kyle Busch in the
I think this is a good strategy call by Kyle Busch here, pitting now.
No turn,
and then, because honestly, in these road course races, you don't get to see like cautions in between the stages. Like you only see them usually at the end of the stage. It feels like, at least.
Well, now the last laps that Kyle Busch turned here were in the truck race, turning into victory lane yesterday. So that would have been a whole different field.
The attendance here today is kind of sad, if I'm going to be honest.
96 points below the cut line is the first car out of the
How do I watch the race? It's on Fox Sports 1. If you don't have Fox Sports 1, there might be a stream on Twitch. If you just look up NASCAR on Twitch, they might have a live stream, but it's probably a little bit behind.
It's a challenge. And after almost 100
but it's better than nothing.
of building for those challenges, we're taking the vehicles you know by name and making them electric by revolutionizing the way they're built and where they're assembled. Not for the few, but for the many.
Yeah, so there's streams on Twitch. Just look up NASCAR on Twitch and you'll find it.
About saving with Geico, but that's the important bit, isn't it? Showing up, saying hello, fancy a nice chat, and then we talk like two old friends about sticky buns and all the savings you could get by bundling your home and car insurance. But here's the real secret: eye contact.
Thank you, my guy. No problem. I just want everybody to be able to watch some racing today.
We just had a moment. Who'd have thought it?
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if
Oh wait,
oral treatment
Winval, did they actually put it on there?
Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
Whenever you crack open a bush light, come out and start singing.
It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you.
What is going on?
Hit it, Giant Kenny G.
So smooth.
Headed for the mountains of Bush Light here.
Think Mom's calling 911? Nope. She's switching her choice cashback category to Diner, so she earns more on our backup plan. Delivery.
With the Bank of America customized cash rewards card, you just can't stop getting rewarded.
When you use the app to get free medium fries and drink with your quarter pounder of cheese, be sure to save some fries for after, because the ketchup that falls from the QPC just hits different.
Dads are special. Fun. Inspiring. Always there for you. So make Father's Day extra special.
Oh, they have it?
Love from WeatherTech. Floor liners. Cargo liner. Seat protector. Sunshade. Ready-to-wash system. And cup phone. Or our newest product, the golf cart mat. Order these American-made gifts or gift card at WeatherTech.com. Have a very happy Father's Day.
What's up, RJ? How you doing? You enjoying some racing today? Some road course racing?
Always our favorite trip of the year. Wine Country, Sonoma, fittingly the final race for Fox NASCAR for this season. And a great place to be. Wine Country in Sonoma. So A.J. Allmendinger's pit stop was due to a power steering pump failure. Tony, how's that going to make that car very difficult to drive?
It's going to make it very difficult for him just physically to drive it. I mean, I know somebody that, probably the only guy I know that could get away with it is retired now, and that's Ryan Newman. He actually drove a race without the power steering, and it is incredibly hard to steer these cars without power like that.
Well, so why, other than overcoming that pump that's still hooked up there?
The caster in the cars, when you turn the wheel, it actually pulls.
I did read your comment.
Down into the track, so you're physically picking up the inside corner. So it's just a physically overpower picking up the chassis and making that tire turn on top of the speeds and loads and the grip in the tire. It makes it extremely hard without power steering.
So at the back half of the field are 11 cars that stop. Look at that right side of your screen, that brand new Turn 11 viewing area and showplace. That whole new building just completed. And the other night played host to the West Coast Stock Car Hall of Fame induction. Here they come out of 11, that little kink of Turn 12, and then they'll face the flag.
All right, here we go. Green flag's back in the air. 13 laps to go in stage 1. Back green.
to sneak up next to McDowell into 3. He's there. Nope, not all the way to 3A, though.
On the wrong side of that road there.
Yeah, Chris Buescher at 17, he took advantage of that race start. He took that 3rd position away from McDowell in the 3rd and 4th. During the caution flag, of course, you have 5 gears. You got a lot of choices here. Here's Ross Chastain and company.
You're running a lower gear, more RPM. 4, 7, 7 on the 5 is. What about the 99 gear selection? Am I the same as them or up for down a gear? You're down a gear compared to him as well.
And just for the record, how they know that is they have that SMT data. They can see their data plus their teammates plus everybody else in the field as far as RPM, throttle, brake, steering, things of that nature. Ryan Blaney on the outside. Trying to take a spot going into turn 11 and almost loses the nose.
And to your point there, I mean,
So how do the stages work? I'm just getting back into NASCAR. So the stages are they have them kind of like I think this one is the stage 1 is lap 25 and then stage 2 is at the end of lap 50. So at the end of the stages, the top 10 drivers get awarded 10 points. So or like the leader, the stage winner would get 10 points. Second place would get 9 points. All the way down to 10th place, which would get 1 point. And then there's this thing called the playoff points. So you get 1 playoff point for winning a stage. And then after that, when you go to the playoffs, you get to use those playoff points as like bonus points. So like, you know how everyone's tied when they start the playoffs? You'll use those bonus points to like add on to your points. So you won't necessarily be tied. If that I probably explained that terribly. But the only thing I don't like about the stages, though, is that they have cautions.
Kevin Harvick just ahead of Alex Bowman here.
Oh, I actually did explain that well. I thought I explained it terribly, but hey. Eric Jones is around, off track, no caution yet. It doesn't look like he's getting going. Oh no, he got back going. All right, we stay green.
He was one of those drivers had to start at the rear of the field because of uncoded adjustments.
He lost a lot of track position and a lot of time there because it took him a while to get back going. So. Ooh.
We saw him coming up the hill there out on turn 1. He was very, very far to the outside, very wide. I wonder if he just picked up a bunch of debris on the tires, and when he got there, he just didn't have the grip. Didn't have time to get the tire cleaned off first. He got dirtier when he got him in the dirt, too.
Yes. Jones continues without incident. And here's what was said.
So yeah, the stages are just kind of like a mini race within the race. Good save by the 19. Yeah, I thought he was going to get wrecked right there.
Jamie?
Well, to add to that, Mike, he just hasn't been happy with his car. He said it has no drive, no turn, was not happy with it. As you heard him there, has no idea how he spun.
I think Tony nailed it. When you get off groove here, especially when these cars are mostly single file, what's going to be out there to the side? All those little marbles that come off the tires.
We saw
they got on here is there's no grip.
Yeah, and on lap 1 on the start, we saw a lot of dust there. I don't know if they had problems during the truck race yesterday that they had to put oil dry down, but it was pretty dirty on the outside of that truck, on the outside of that corner anyway. So it does. There's marbles that just continuously build up. You can see them there.
16 laps complete. Kyle Larson, a second and a half up on Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher as we'll take the box side by side.
The city famous for its music is quiet now, but it's about to be overwhelmed by the symphony of speed. Nashville Superspeedway will be rocking from the pit to the grandstand. June 24th through 26th, the Ally 400 NASCAR Cup Series race weekend brings a mix of incredible racing and live entertainment. Tickets are going fast, so visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com today and join the full throttle fun.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were.
Did I get everything explained? Yeah.
Just out of boot camp,
I think so.
Officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Introducing the new 3-for-1 bundle, only from Xfinity. It's unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile, all for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom shakalaka! Not only do you get fast speed...
For a second, you thought Nutella was a fake person. Nutella is a real human. And a chocolate snack.
And no term contract.
Yes.
That's the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. It's a whole new way to save with Xfinity. Switch today.
When you hear best-in-class range or best-in-class fuel economy, you may be thinking of really tiny cars. And you'd be really, really wrong. The Ram 1500, exceeding expectations again. No wonder more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Every dollar counts these days, so take advantage of this great offer during the Ram Make the Switch event.
Wednesday on FS1, it's time for two of the NL's best to collide. Christian Yelich leads the Brewers against the Mets and their 1-2 punch of Alonso and Rendon. Wednesday at 6 Eastern on FS1.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, win, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
The Hendrick Camaro twins, Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott, 2 seconds apart, keeping close tabs on one another. They, of course, did not stop at the caution. Now here's Chris Buescher right up against Elliott. This is for second place with Michael McDowell in fourth, Tyler Reddick fifth. The first of the cars that stopped and took tires is Kyle Busch back in 18th place. He has gained 10 spots since that pit stop.
It definitely looks like the 9-car Hamlin is going away, that we're closing in on 20 laps here. You can see it, Tony. Looks like it's a little bit tail happy.
Yeah, going into 11 there, you saw him on heavy braking there. Right as you start turning, you're asking the tire to do 2 things. You're asking it to slow the car down, plus it has to have the lateral grip at the same time, so you're asking it to double up on the load.
Chastain gets by his teammate Suarez. That's for
Sam, will you stream the World Cup? I doubt it. I don't even watch soccer.
Well, the hits just keep on coming on this 23 camp. Another bad break, the motor letting go for Bubba Wallace. And how do you put all this in perspective? What's happening to you guys this season?
An off weekend. That's what we need to reset. Guess the mustache needs to come off. Man, I'm really just biding our time and was doing less shifting than I was in practice, just trying to conserve some tire, and never had an overrev, never went the wrong way, and she just blew. So I hate it for our team, hate it for all of our partners. You know, we deserve to be, finishing a lot better than what we have in these last few months. And like you said, the hits keep coming, but we got to bounce back. There's nothing like some good adversity to fight through to get our way back to where we need to be. But man, it's just a bummer. TRD's the best. We'll figure it out. We're all scratching our heads trying to figure everything out, but just an unfortunate end to our day.
Thanks, Bubba.
Thanks, Vince. His teammate Busch in a very twist of 28th place as we watch the race for 10.
Well, we've been seeing this over the last 10 laps as well. The Hamlin starting to go away on that 11-car. Denny Hamlin keeps losing spots.
I don't think anybody really had enough time in practice yesterday to understand exactly what they're going to be fighting. I mean, the cars feel great. When you put 4 fresh tires on them, they feel really good. About 15 lap 20 is when you start really seeing what your balance is and what you're going to be fighting the rest of the day.
Yeah, the longest run they were able to get in that 20-minute practice was about 12 or 13 laps.
With a 4 more this stage.
That was 7th place. Kyle Larson on cruise control, Jamie.
And his crew chief Cliff Daniels nailed the weather for today. He made some adjustments yesterday between practice and qualifying, and Larson told him, "You guys did great. This car is awesome." He feels like his teammate Chase Elliott in the 9. The only place he's beating him is in turn 10. Everywhere else, they feel like they are lights out. So bad news for the competition right now.
Chase Elliott has his hands full with Chris Buescher. Well, we will be coming to 3 laps to go in this stage the next time Kyle Larson comes by. Now, they're going to close pit road once the leader crosses the start-finish line with 2 to go. But if you're back 13 seconds or more behind the leader, you can't bank on that leader that he's going to pit before the stage ends. So this opens the window, this lap right here, for anybody that's further back than 13 seconds to hit pit road. Chris Buescher, sidelined last week with COVID. Back
Chris Buescher up to 2nd.
What do they say about a bad cold? Sweat it out? Yeah, that's what he's doing.
That's exactly the best way to do it.
This is coming out of turn 4A. Down the chute to turn 7. Something that wouldn't have happened last year with the carousel part of the course in use. But Elliott with a very wide line through there gave Buescher all kinds of room. And here they all come. Well, not all, but here a lot of them come to pit road before stage.
So yeah, Kyle Busch jumped up into the top 10. Kyle Busch will get stage points now.
Going to try to win this stage. Vince.
And the 9 of Kyle Larson, or the 9 of Chase Elliott is coming in. Also the 4 of Kevin Harvick.
I keep seeing man uses grill steaks and burgers in scorching Arizona heat. Kind of worried since I'm going to New Mexico in a week. They have the same latitude? What? I'm confused.
Maybe on the same plan as last year. Something we thought couldn't be done. Win both stages and win the race. Talked to a lot of crew chiefs this week, and they said it might be doable to try to win the first stage. You could be against the edge trying to win both stages and the race. Briscoe and Bowman going at it side by side here.
That's all off of pit road, and that just shows because the tires are cold. And normally on an oval, we won't.
Enter Chase 9 said Bubba may have gotten a Ferrari engine.
Tires cut in and scrubbed in to get to grip.
Long stop for Christopher Bell in 20. This has been one of their Achilles heel a lot this year on pit road. So Buescher is in. So
No, I think Buescher needs those stage points.
Mike, Cliff Daniels, Kyle Larson, they're doing the same thing they did a year ago. They're going to win this stage. He did not pit, and pit road is closed now. Pit road closes with 2 laps to go.
Kyle Busch going to get some good stage points here. That's awesome. Up to 3rd.
Larson will have to make his pit stop under caution and the stage break. Now we saw a bit of contact between Blaney and Hamlin. Coming out of 4A here into 7.
Hamilton hurt his back. Is he going to be racing?
I think Denny just locked the left front side, or the front side up a little bit and just got him off.
Oh, Max Verstappen won today.
Didn't mean to do that. There it is. Just locks the right front tire up. As soon as you do that, you got 1 tire turning the car, not 2. So, and then the other 4 tires on the outside made it turn a lot better as well.
8 wheels use the corner better than 4, right?
Exactly.
Larson at turn 11 with 1 to go in stage 1.
All right, coming to the final lap of stage 1.
So the cars that did not pit include Larson,
right here, stage 1 more.
Logano, Harrison Burton, Kurt Busch, Ricky Stenhouse, and Rick Jones. Jamie.
But Daniels told Kyle Larson, all right, we can win this stage. It's going to be tough to win the next one, but we're going to stay the course. Let's stick with our plan. So Larry Mack, you were right. They want to duplicate last year.
Well, and my biggest concern is, by my calculations, when we cycle through after the stage and pit stops, he's going to start well outside the top 20. Now, last year was possible because we ran the carousel. The course was a half mile longer than it is this year trying to win both stages and the race. And he may have added to the fact that he had a car that was about a half to 3/4 of a second faster than anybody else.
That always gives you confidence to do things that are a little bit outside the box.
I mean, I think he'll be fine.
We're sitting here in a good point.
But I don't know.
Why did he not take advantage and keep his track position?
Racing's hard.
To get back there beyond that, now you're putting yourself in a spot.
Cody Ware is going to get a stage point here. Josh Bilicki is going to get a stage point.
Well, to show you how jumbled up things are,
Josh Bilicki is going to get 3 stage points.
Cody Ware back
or 4, sorry.
Get some stage points here at the end of stage 1. And Cody Ware started the race last due to inspection issues and had to do a drive-through after completing.
So Kyle Larson wins stage 1.
This will be Larson's second stage win of the season and his 3rd straight stage win here for Kyle Larson and crew chief Cliff Daniels. Larson, the stage winner over Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Justin Haley, and Eric Almirola.
Team admitted that his car was fucking awful.
I'm a fancy exercise bike newbie, and I've gone from 0 to obsessed.
Is it just me or is it getting much darker? You mean in Sonoma? No, it does look like it's getting much darker. I'll be right back, guys. My dad wants me to do something for him real quick, so I'll do it during the stage break.
And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you could be working out a way to pay for this yourself.
Get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem for a whole lot less.
Toyota, let's go places.
You got the mashed potatoes first. You got the fries first. The mac and cheese is mine. Mine.
KFC side delivers meal. Enough sides for sharing or stealing, plus 8 pieces of fried chicken. That's bigger looking good.
I tried a laxative that's both gentle and fast.
Great tasting Dog-A-Lac soft chews works naturally with the water in your body in as little as 30 minutes. Puts you comfortably in control. Dog-A-Lac soft chews.
Your challenge is to use the dish that sent you home last time.
Which returning chef will be redeemed?
It's unedible.
An all-new MasterChef back to win Wednesday on Fox.
See what you're missing on Verizon Fios premium channels. The legends, political scandal, unstoppable strength, a wanted outlaw, and machines at war. See it all on HBO Max, Stars, Showtime, Epix, and Cinemax. Live and on demand at home and on the go with Fios TV mobile app. Order premium networks on channel 860.
Take your videos, take your photos, take your memories. Take them to Verizon Cloud, the cloud built with unlimited space. You and your family can save files across multiple devices, and everyone gets continuous backup on the network they trust to help keep your digital world safe and secure. Get unlimited space from Verizon Cloud for 30 days on us. Go to verizon.com/getcloud to get started.
It's still the Eat Fresh Refresh, and Subway's refreshing their app. So you can customize your favorite footlong, set a pickup time, and jump the line. Oh, here she goes. I thought she was actually gonna jump. Just use this code and order on the Subway app.
Just sold my car with CarGurus.
Yeah, you did.
And you instantly got the best, most competitive offer from our network of thousands of dealers.
So you're selling the car, but keeping the buck. You sell the brand too?
CarGurus. Get the best offer for your car.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush.
head for the mountains of life.
Welcome back to Sonoma. 26 laps complete. End of stage 1. Here are the cars that did not pit under the lap 10 caution or at lap 23 before pit road closed. Vince?
Joey Logano said he'd know within the first 20 laps if he had a car that could potentially win today. Well, he likes what he's got. Just a slight air pressure adjustment to help it turn a little bit better along with those 4 tires. Jamie?
Kyle Busch started off terrible in this race, but remember, he's already pitted once. They were able to make some adjustments there, but they're bringing it in. They'll put on his second set of sticker tires here, and another adjustment for him. Meanwhile, it's been all about Kyle Larson in the 5, and he is in. They said, what's your balance like? You need anything? He said, I'm good. We'll see what it's going to do here in traffic. He hasn't done that yet.
There's a Ram race off pit road. Kyle Busch picks up 2 spots. Almirola Burton and Kurt Busch 1 each. So remember when Ryan Blaney and Denny Hamlin got together up at turn number 7. Here's a look at it. Hamlin going into that corner, locks up the tire, as Tony pointed out. Had one wheel turning and significant contact led to this later statement over the in-car radio from Blaney.
Everybody back in that first 11 to get one coming to him. Down there.
Now, Denny Hamlin.
I'll go here around Josh, but tell him I'm sorry. Tell him I'll give it back to him when he comes to stop me again.
That's Josh Williams, which is Ryan Blaney's spotter.
Yeah, and that's, you know, it was a mistake. These guys are still trying to figure out what can they get away with on the brakes and what can't they. And when you slide the nose like that, you get into a battle. Then he's doing the right thing. If Ryan gets to him, he's absolutely giving that spot back. Now it's just a matter of the spotters communicating and relaying that information back. Because I'm sure Ryan doesn't realize that he slid the front end getting in there. He just knows he got pushed out of the way.
So stage 1 is complete with a brand new car, a different course than last week, but the same first stage winner. Pole sitter Kyle Larson.
Our passion for protecting vehicles started in 1934. And we've been pushing the limits of performance ever since. We innovate with the times and the right filters to fit your needs. It's a trust we don't take lightly. Yeah, we've been around the block, but our journey...
Yeah, there isn't any rain on the radar
for the road ahead.
For Sonoma. It's just overcast.
Just sold my car with Carter's.
Yeah, you did.
And you instantly got the best, most competitive offer from our network of thousands of dealers.
So you're selling the car but keeping the bus. You sell the brand too?
Car Gurus. Get the best offer for your car.
With the fresh cracked egg and all this crispy bacon, Wendy's Breakfast Baconator might be the greatest breakfast sandwich of all time.
And that deserves a chef's kiss.
It does. Wow.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Breakfast Baconator.
Your shipping manager left to find himself, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Jackie Robinson established a model for the next generation.
He gave the Bill Whites and the Bob Gibsons and the Kurt Floods the path to say this is unacceptable.
After Jackie, Saturday, June 18th at 8. Next day on the History Channel app.
You need a bulldozer, backhoe, boom, anything to lift, push, pull, or dig on that job site of yours? Come see old Clarky. You want a warranty? I'll get you a warranty. On almost any machine, new or used, we sell. I want your machine to help you get the job done right, so you can get home at night safe to see your family.
Thanks, Clarky!
Thank you, kids. My name's Clarky. I sell construction equipment to the American working man, because that's who I am, that's who I care about.
Travel down to Clarky's to get a machine.
Ashley is celebrating dads and grads this season. Spoil them with limited time deals in store and online with Best.
Travel down to Clarkie to get a machine.
25% off. Plus, enter to win the Outdoor by Ashley sweepstakes worth $10,000. Shop Ashley today. Right now at Ashley, you can bring home an Ashley Sleep mattress. Your choice of comfort for as low as $169.99. Plus, enter the Sleep Better sweepstakes for your chance to win a free Tempur-Pedic mattress and adjustable base. Only in America's #1 furniture and mattress store, Ashley.
Road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Getting ready for the restart, they approach the Geico restart zone. Christopher Bell was scheduled to get the free pass, but when he pitted under green, he pitted outside his box, so he was under penalty. No free pass at the end of stage 1.
All right, green flag is back in the air. We're underway for stage 2.
Here we go, stage 2. Top of the course right there.
Who do I think wins stage 2? Honestly, it's just so hard to predict because of the strategy people play. I think Chase has got stage 2. Larson fell back to 24th. So did Kyle Busch. He fell back to 23rd.
Tony, that's what Kyle Larson is going to have to do because Drive Point staying out winning that stage. He's somewhere back there in that wide, restarting 24th in that 5-car.
Chase Elliott's pit crew got him the lead from Chris Buescher. Based on pit performance there, the driver time is very similar, but a 3-second difference by the pit crew put Elliott up front.
Not a big surprise, Mike. We keep track of 4-car stop averages through now the first 15 races. The 9 pit crew led by Alan Gustafson. That group right there, they're at the top of the sheet.
Now we heard about the 11 and the 12, so let's add the postscript. Ryan Blaney after he heard about Hamlin's apology.
11 apologized, said he get it back if you got back to him. I said, yeah, we might as well too. Oh, man.
Well, what was it Denny Hamlin said last week when they told him? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We as drivers, we get our feelings hurt real easy. And it's hard for us, it's hard to forgive.
That's Alex Bowman in 9th. Trying to pull away from Ryan Blaney, who closes it up coming through turn 10. A.J. Allmendinger without power steering, toughing it out here. And looking outside, road race specialist Joey Hand in the 15 this week.
Watching AJ there, and man, watch him having to saw on that wheel with no power steering. This is tough, and this is a tough place.
Yeah, AJ having no power steering, that's going to be a terrible fucking day for that man.
A little bit and let your muscles relax. So he is just manhandling this thing at this point. But the
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. That has to be the worst day of your whole life.
If he starts getting fatigued because
yeah, AJ Allmendinger, I guarantee you when he gets out of the car, he will say this is the worst day of my entire life. Jesus Christ. Racing Sonoma with no power steering, like, holy fuck.
You should be able to see it from inside the car.
Kyle Larson only up 2 spots since the restart, so being very methodical here.
Well, Tony, you pointed it out to me earlier, looking at lap times. He's stuck back there in a wide. He's 2 seconds a lap off what Chase Elliott's running as the leader.
Yeah, and these cars, unfortunately, they're still very aero-sensitive. In traffic, they get a lot tighter, so the balance that he had by himself, he was really happy with. Now you put cars in front of him where he's got dirty air. I guarantee his balance is much different than what it was in the lead.
That was turn 10. Not sure who created that dust storm by putting two wheels off at 10, but it's a dodgy move.
Kyle Busch is just dropping back. Larson's going forward.
Falling to Kyle Larson there. That's 21st place. And Larson up 3 since the restart, but work to do. Corey DeJoy, Kyle Busch side by side. So there's first and second. Elliott and Buescher still nose to tail. Just the way they restarted. Well, they restarted side by side. Ross Chastain in third, and his teammate Daniel Suarez sitting fourth after stage 1.
Coca-Cola and Nascar. There is real magic when we share together. You're watching NASCAR on Fox.
If it looks like an F-150, goes like an F-150, hauls like an F-150, thinks like an F-150, and powers like an F-150, it must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2022 F-150 Power Boost Hybrid. With 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too, by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
Making friends again, Billy? I like to keep my enemies close.
Guys, excuse me. I didn't quite get that. I'm hard of hearing.
Oh, hey, don't forget about the tense music, too.
What'd you say, Tim?
I'd say suspenseful.
Aren't they the same thing?
Can we move on, guys? Please.
Alexa, turn on the subtitles. And dim the lights. Okay, dimming the lights.
Whenever you crack open a bush light, the mountain starts singing.
It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you.
What is going on?
Hit it, Giant Kenny G.
So smooth.
Notre Dame won 7-3 versus Tennessee. College baseball.
Out here, you're a landowner, a gardener, a landscaper, and a hunter. That's why you need versatile, durable Kubota equipment.
Think Dad's searching doggy diet plans for Josie? No, he's switching his choice cashback category to home improvement.
You moved back to Morocco, your voice has left TikTok? What do you mean?
With the Bank of America customized cash rewards card, you just can't stop getting rewarded.
It's still the Eat Fresh Refresh, and now Subway's refreshing their classics, like the sweet onion teriyaki sauce topped on tender shaved steak. That's a real slam dunk, right, Derek?
Wrong sports channel.
Just hold the sub, man. Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing and refreshing.
Welcome back to Sonoma, where Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher continue bumper to bumper. With Ross Chastain a second and a half back. Daniel Suarez 2 seconds. Tyler Reddick 3. Kevin Harvick 4. Michael McDowell 5. Cole Custer, Bowman, and Blaney the top 10. Nice run for Harvick.
You don't have the voices for your video? Oh, that's weird.
Talking to him yesterday, I mean, he wasn't happy with his qualifying run, but he was very happy with his race balance. He felt like he had a car that was going to be good on the long run.
Pitts.
Yeah, to echo what Tony was saying in regards to Kevin Harvick, he was really happy with this race car. It's been almost 2 years since he won, but Kevin believes he had a car capable of contending today. And like what Tony said, Harvick said the qualifying effort was just he simply missed it, did not drive it the way it needed to be driven. But he really liked the race car. They didn't make any major adjustments at that first stop either, just a little bit of air pressure to help it drive off a little better.
Well, there he is, 6th, and in the lead pack. He has the leaders in sight, which is always a good motivator. And Kyle Larson has passed Hendrick teammate William Byron, moving him up to 17th.
Well, and that leads us to our subway right combination. Kyle Larson, the 5 team, crew chief Cliff Daniels on road courses. Won this race a year ago, won both stages, led 57 laps. He's actually won 3 of the last 6 road course races, 5 top 3s in the last 7, led every lap here in 2014 to win the ARCA Menard Series West. And think about this, a Hendrick Motorsports driver has won Sonoma 7 times. Those numbers and maybe some strategy different from Cliff Daniels could be the subway right combination for Kyle Larson and his 5 team to get their 2nd win in 2022.
Well, right now he's battling Martin Truex, who is going to be a tough out. Truex, one of the most successful road racers in this generation of NASCAR.
You know, right now Kyle Larson in the 5. Of course, his teammate Chase Elliott is leading over Chris Buescher, but Larson has made it back to 17. Tony, if he can somehow make it to the top 10 or 12, I think they're going to have to go for some different strategy. I don't think they can stay out there trying to win that stage, but I think they can get back in this game.
Well, and the closer to the front they get, the tougher it's going to get to make that ground. I mean, the cars in the back of the pack are struggling. The cars don't drive well. It's easier to pick those positions off. You get to the top 10 now. Now you're in a little tougher company, and making those passes and having to drive harder and use your tires and brakes a little more. That's things and factors that are going to come into play trying to get to the front.
So Larson has passed Truex, and now he sets sight on Joey Hand from Sacramento. ALMS champ, Le Mans winner for Ford with the GTs, Daytona 24 Hours, that Ford GT program. He's done a very good job in this Rick Ware car. And Sonoma's 2nd biggest mover since the restart.
And Tony, I think Ford has had Joey working with a lot of the Ford drivers when it comes to road course racing.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time with all 4 of our cars and drivers at SHR. I met Joey at the shop, super nice guy, and his resume, his racing resume on road courses is unbelievable. That's why Ford thinks so highly of him. And the feedback that he's been able to give our drivers and how he's been able to work with each other.
Food? You know what? I want food. I want food. Thank you for reminding me, Winvo, that I need to digest something.
Larson looking to the outside, crossover here on the end.
What do I want, though? I want McDonald's.
I talked to Tyler a couple years ago, and he absolutely just dreaded going road course racing. But then he put a lot of effort into it. And now he's fast every single time we go to a road course. This team here, I talked to Tyler earlier this week. He said if we can just put the beginning, the middle, and the end of a race together, we can close this deal out with a fast race car. Jamie Little.
And Larry, you're right. He used to hate road course racing, but he said, I overcame it mentally. I told myself I was going to like it and I was going to work hard at it. He went to school in the gym. He went to school on all the notes and data and how to get better at this style of racing, and he actually enjoys it now. As far as this weekend, he said they're in the ballpark, but they weren't great in practice. He's working on getting comfortable. Definitely wasn't comfortable in that one practice session yesterday, but he's holding tight in this race so far.
Reminds me of a fellow named Earnhardt, who was not a great road racer. He snuck off to the Bob Bondurant School and went to Chief Instructor Bill Cooper. And the winningest stock car driver of his generation told Cooper, teach me how to do this. And Bill did, and suddenly Earnhardt was a real threat when we came to the road courses. Here's Larson on Joey Hand in replay.
It did not come easy. He had to work that 15 car over a lot.
And that's a tough spot to get by right there. That's literally getting off at turn 7 with good forward drive. Joey probably was kind of guarded outside a little bit, and Kyle Larson's never afraid to go to the outside, as we all know, so he doesn't mind rifling in up there.
So Kyle Larson up to the top 15 on quite a different pit strategy than anybody else in the top 20. Chase Elliott leading Chris Buescher by 3/4 of a second after 39 laps in Sonoma.
Stopped into a church.
Alright, I ordered McDonald's.
Pushing helps ease my mind. Kind of like having Liberty Mutual. You customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Whoa! Minions are biting today. Minions, the Rise of Gru, in theaters July 1st.
This burger looked at one slice of melted cheese and said, more cheese. It looked at pickles and said, also onions. It wanted to be more than hot. It wanted to be juicy. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese.
eBay Motors. They have all the right parts.
Sam, no
at the right
D's.
prices. Whether I'm on
D's nuts.
4 wheels,
Ha!
or no wheels.
Got him!
Welcome to your world, your why. What drives you? What do you want to leave behind? That's your why. It's your purpose, and we will work with you every step of the way to achieve it.
We lost part of our forest to fire several years ago. We decided to stay and help it recover. People who have heavy machinery have the opportunity to reach out and help their neighbors for the common good.
The playoff-bound Philadelphia Stars look to stay red hot against the Pittsburgh Maulers. The USFL tonight at 7:30 Eastern on FS1.
See what you're missing on Verizon Fios premium channels. The legends, political scandal, unstoppable strength, a wanted outlaw, and machines at war. See it all on HBO Max, Stars, Showtime, Epix, and Cinemax. Live and on demand at home and on the go with Fios TV mobile app. Order premium networks on channel 860. Take your videos, take your photos, take your memories. Take them to Verizon Cloud. Cloud built with unlimited space. You and your family can save files across multiple devices, and everyone gets continuous backup of the network they trust to help keep your digital world safe and secure. Get unlimited space from Verizon Cloud for 30 days on us. Go to verizon.com/getcloud to get started.
NHRA returns to Sonoma next month. The Sonoma Nationals are on Fox Sunday, July 24th, 4 p.m. 7 of the next NHRA racing races are on Fox, starting next week in Thunder Valley at Bristol, Tennessee. Here are the upcoming races. How are Smoke and Associates doing this season?
So far, so good. Matt Hagan driving our funny cars, leading the points. Won last week, so he's got 3 wins this season. And Leah's team, a new group, they're doing a great job of making solid laps. Just haven't had much luck yet, but it's coming. I can see it on the horizon.
Well, we'll look forward to NHRA on Fox from a lot of these Speedway Motorsports tracks, like Bristol, Sonoma, and Bristol.
I just can't say enough about this 17-car Chris Buescher. He just will not go away. I mean, qualified inside the top 5 and right there on the rear bumper of the leader, Chase Elliott.
Vince?
Buescher doesn't really have much of a road course racing background. He said it's not, natural to him, but he works a lot with road
POV,
course
Sam hates Rickroll. Why am I even still watching?
Johnson with improving his road course driving, the way he approaches it, the way he
Clicking on your link, setting myself up.
the braking points, etc. And he said that's been the difference maker and why he's such a more comfortable road course racer these days.
Well, it's a huge difference. Prior to today, in 5 starts in Sonoma, Chris Buescher had only 6 total laps running in a top 5 position. Big turnaround.
He did win an Xfinity Series road course race in Ohio several years ago.
Kyle Busch, since the restart, is down 3 race spots and not happy about it.
A joke.
You know, I used to carry an index card in my pocket. What if the car was doing this? I just never had a card that gave me the answer to awful and a joke.
Well, normally when he says that, that means his car is average. It gets way worse when it's way worse than this.
Won the truck race here yesterday, but currently, whether it's due to strategy or setup, Meyer...
I almost had Dom watch this race with me. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because this race is kind of boring.
He and Kyle Larson restarted right together, and to your point, Mike, 26. Kyle Larson has now cracked the top 15, 14th in that 5-car.
2019 D20 July winner.
Justin Haley that we're seeing here. Justin's a kid. I'm super excited about watching him. I like watching him each week. I feel like he's a driver that has got a ton of potential. He just goes out.
My food's on the way.
When he makes mistakes, it's the learning mistakes. It's not because you're overdriving him. He just makes mistakes that you learn as you go. But he has been solid. I mean, he was solid at the LA Coliseum, had a good run there, and he's had some really good runs this year. I think he's going to do great.
Yeah, got that third place finish in one of the toughest tracks we go to at Darlington several weeks ago.
Dillon through turn 11 here, just ahead of Haley and Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott 1 second up on Chris Buescher right now. The 5 and the 9, and you see compared at the bottom of the screen, have combined to win 10 of the last 15 road course races. And there is the comparison between them on this run.
And right now, he's cracked the top 13. He's 19 seconds behind Chase Elliott. And the window's closing, and we're getting closer and closer toward the end of stage 2. In about 7 to 8 laps, that's when you're going to have to make that pit stop before they close pit road.
Well, I'm surprised some of those numbers are so close because Elliott has been out in clean air and Larson has mostly been in heavy traffic.
Yeah, and he's having to use his tires a lot more. He doesn't have the luxury of braking where he wants, accelerating the way he wants. He's having to.
It was someone angered smashing their Rickroll tape.
Tony, take us for a ride with Daniel Suarez on a lap around Sonoma.
There's up in turn 2 right there. A lot of times use a lot of curve. That curve helps plant the left side to get it stuck. Gets a lot of load right there in the bottom of 3, and then you're coming up to tricky 3A where it's a blind corner. You got to get a cut and be able to get back to the gas hard as you crest the hill. Heavy braking in the turn 4 here. Cross over the curve, which they cut the curve down, which is nice. The cars aren't bouncing around. Downhill into turn 7. This is an easy spot to lock the rear brakes up. Get right to the curve, get squared up, hard acceleration. To get set up right here for the S's, it's real important to get the nose to cut early here. Get it to cut back. Another over the crest, getting it to accelerate hard. Carry a lot of speed down through here to turn 10. And turn 10 is really critical on momentum. Carrying speed, get the nose to cut, but being able to get back in the gas. One of the fastest sections here. There's a little bit of a dip going in here to 11. You can use a lot of brake in that dip because it actually loads the car. Then it's hard to get the tires to cut in turn 11 and hard to get it to accelerate forward off of the corner.
He scrubbed off almost 100 miles an hour from 10 to 11. Start finish.
Turn 1 here is really fun because it's a double apex and you got to get right to that curb on the left-hand side to set up for 2. Daniel really loose on the exit there. This course has so much character to it. There's nothing that's simple about it. But when you get in a rhythm, it's really, really fun. But you have to know how to play the load when it's in a dip where you can get the tires loaded and the crest where you're going up over top and the car gets light. You have to be able to modulate the throttle over those corners.
A challenging but fun place to race. As Chase Elliott leads Chris Buescher by 1.6 seconds. 9 to go in stage 2. We'll go side by side.
It's the
I've travelled all over the country talking about saving with Geico. But that's the important bit, isn't it?
Alright.
Showing
My
up,
food's almost
saying,
here. I'm
"Hey,
gonna go get it."
fancy a nice chat. And then we talk like two old friends about sticky buttons and all the savings you could get by bundling your home and car insurance. But here's the real secret. Eye contact. Do you feel that? We just had a moment. Who'd have thought it?
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
Toyota, let's go places.
I am tradition, passed down from the families that race to the ones that watch us every weekend.
You know, it's all I've ever known, racing. I was fortunate to be in Victory Lane 20 years ago, and I'm here again.
I am meant to be passed down from one generation to the next. Because the only thing better than seeing a race is sharing it with someone. I am NASCAR.
Si, didn't you get the memo? We're still hunting, but for treasure.
Boys are back. Murray's the expert. Si's the brains. And Chase and Jeff have hot in their veins. Duck Family Treasure. The new series only on Fox Nation.
Stream the first episode at foxnation.com.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, win, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
48 laps complete, turn 10. Chase Elliott flashes past for the lead, 1.7 seconds up on Chris Buescher. It's a good gap, 8 seconds back to Daniel Suarez. No longer battling his Trackhouse teammate for that position. Here's what happened to Ross Chastain as he went to try to pass Suarez, going from turn 4 to 7.
Diving down the hill, and you see the rear end get out, and that's just rear brakes. The rear brakes are stronger than what the grip of the tires are at this point in the stage. You just lose grip.
Well, let's ride along.
And you hear that ratcheting sound. That's when it's chattering those rear tires. When you hear that real loud ratchet. And once it starts doing that, the only thing you can do to get the tire back is to get off of the brake, which is still kind of stopping it.
So that cost Chastain 3 positions on the racetrack. Suarez is 3rd. Chastain continues in 7th, just ahead of Ryan Blaney.
What happened to Ross?
Reddick, Harvick, and McDowell got past Chastain as he tried to right his ship and continued.
And we talked about how do you have two teammates like that, and the car that's in second of the two is faster. Why wouldn't the teammate let it?
Jones spun again.
The way the
Astros beat the Marlins.
lately is that nobody works with each other. Nobody lets each
Red
other.
Sox and Mariners are tied right
The
now.
tires are so good that they just don't have that little fall off. Real Sonoma, always been a factor. Goodyear's done a great job of putting a softer tire here, which lets the fall off be a lot greater window. So if you can be smart, and this is where the older drivers have a little bit of an advantage. If you're smart, you might let a guy go here and there early in the stage when they're running too hard. And later, they've got better tires, and they're going to get those spots back and then some.
Sure. Well, Hendrick Motorsports has reached a milestone in NASCAR today. 100,000 miles led in the Cup Series. First
Wow.
team to accomplish that. Of course, back in the early days, there weren't many 4-car teams. Now it is the norm among the super teams, but 100,000 miles,
That's crazy.
ways. Congratulations.
Well, they've led all 50 so far.
So Hendrick Motorsports today is at 100,000 miles in their history of NASCAR. That's pretty awesome.
Mainly at the hands of Jeff Gordon.
Especially on these road courses, Jeff was tough.
5 to go in stage 2, Larry. What are we going to see for strategy here?
Yeah, I got to believe now, as we have talked about, it's going to be real tough to try to win stage 2 and be set up to win this race. So I would say in the next lap or two, you're going to see most of these drivers starting to hit pit road. And remember, you probably want to do it when we complete 52, if you're sitting back there like McDowell, Blaney on back, because they're 13 or more seconds behind leader Chase Elliott. But I couldn't imagine that Chase Elliott...
What's up with the track map? I'm not sure. I didn't see.
10th place, Keselowski and rookie Austin Cindric. Martin Truex has just made his pit stop.
Well, James Small, I'm trying to get one more lap advantage of fresh tires in that 19.
Vince?
Boy, Martin Truex Jr., it has been a frustrating day. Been screaming on the radio, just cannot get that car to react the way he wants it to. No rear traction, can't get it to turn, zero drive off. It's been a handful.
So Truex comes back on track, 33rd. Of the 35 cars still running, Bubba Wallace was out at lap 10 with engine failure.
First 5. What?
See Tyler Reddick in the 8 car hitting pit road, and I'd say you'll see many more.
Some of these cars last on pit road at lap 22.
And I don't think you'll see anybody try to stay out, mainly from the standpoint we're watching the lap times up here. Kyle Larson's lap times are a second and a half slower.
Oh, I see.
And he was the fastest car the first step.
Jamie?
Tyler Reddick yesterday qualifying, huge moment, almost wrecked it, still qualified fifth to show you how much speed that car has. It's still pretty decent today, very quiet behind the wheel. Sounds like he's gotten a little more comfortable. That was the concern. The 12 of Ryan Blaney said last time he just fired off a little tighter. Hearing that a lot as the temps are just cooler today. After each stop, the car just gets tighter.
Ambient temperature, good 20 degrees cooler than yesterday. Alex Bowman having trouble on his launch. Keselowski and Chastain climbing the hill together.
And that is not Keselowski trying to run him up the hill. That is just cold tires that haven't got grip yet. You're trying to push to hold that position.
Here's your leader, Chase Elliott, on pit road. This is a unique pit road in that it's really 2 pit roads, with a kick in between. Vince?
Well, that 9 of Chase Elliott, clean air is king, but they've also had a very good race car from the very beginning. And you see no adjustments going to be made on that 9, just 4 tires. The 17 of Chris Buescher also very solid, looking for a little more turn, but otherwise good. Jamie?
These dumb motherfuckers.
Trouble for Chase Elliott there as they continue to work on the right-hand side as the 99. But Daniel Suarez just wants to get the rear of the car working better, needs grip. We've been hearing that so often, but the car has been good. They're running top 5.
That's going to be a penalty. They worked on that car outside the box. They had to get it all the way back in the box for it to be legal to do anything to that car.
And what we saw, you saw all 4 wheels back inside the box, but the nose
Never
of the
mind.
car was over.
It was my mistake.
Being outside.
So Elliott,
I thought I asked for a spicy crispy chicken sandwich, but they gave me
but even that front splitter at the
just a normal one.
has to be behind the line to be a legal stop. But had he gone out on course and lost that wheel, that would have been a whole lot worse.
Now, we've cycled through green flag stops. Pit road is closed. Joey Logano here in the 22 car is the leader. Paul Wolf says, we can't win this race today. We don't have a race.
I wanted a spicy crispy chicken sandwich. I thought that's what I ordered, but apparently I ordered a crispy chicken sandwich. I was about to be super pissed at McDonald's, but it was my mistake, so.
Like you said, he's not going to win the race. If he's not going to win the race, it doesn't matter. So get those stage points, salvage the rest of the day.
So NASCAR has called the penalty on the 9 for pitting outside of the box.
Oh my God.
And also a penalty on Tyler Reddick, too fast entering.
Chase Elliott has a penalty.
He must maintain that
This
pit road speed.
This changes everything here.
99 mile per hour tolerance from yellow line to yellow line. Both were in the top 4 at the time of that stop.
Now, the penalty for pitting outside the assigned pit box under green is a pass-through penalty. He has to come down pit road. He doesn't have to stop. Just maintain pit road speed back out on the racetrack.
And the good thing about that, at least the field is strung out now. We haven't had a caution this stage, so that will salvage some of that, but he's going to lose a lot of track position here.
The 8-car, Tyler Reddick's slow. He's got a penalty to serve. A fuel can penalty on Chris Buescher.
That's the top two before that cycle pit stops that had a pit road issue.
And the top 3 cars that have had a problem.
It's been the story in 2022. Pit road has been a huge difference maker, good and bad.
Larry, pit road will be closed with 2 to go. Can they? It's the final lap now, so pit road's closed.
So Joey Logano,
pit road closed, but
he's going to win stage 2.
He's going to have to restart at the tail end of the longest line.
Here he comes, and Joey Logano wins stage 2.
From Eric Almirola and Chris Buescher, it's Logano's second stage win of the season.
Buescher got a penalty? I didn't.
Daniel Suarez and Kevin
You
Harvick
fucking with me?
top 5. Todd Gilliland 6th. Another rookie. Harrison Burton 7th. Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, and Ricky Stenhouse get stage points. Joey Logano, stage winner.
Logano won stage 2.
Shopping for car insurance is the worst.
Not anymore. This quote says $153 a month for the same coverage. Here's one for $160. We made sure it's apples to apples. That's the same as
Yeah, this. Okay, so Buescher did get a penalty.
Great work, guys. Experience like having a team. Comparing your current
This race just got a hell of a lot more interesting. I'm fucking ready for this final stage.
We compare, you save on car insurance. Go to Experian.com/car.
We just passed halfway too. Or this is the halfway lap. Yeah, throwing equipment's not ideal.
In the next minute, 250 couples were discovered. They're gonna need more space. Yeah, the house.
We gotta sell it. Gotta stage it.
me.
Fix it up.
Yeah.
Strangers touching everything.
Or skip the hassles and sell directly to Open Door. Close in a matter of days.
Wow.
When life's doors open, we'll handle the house. Get your competitive offer at opendoor.com.
Expectations come with the territory. But raising expectations, that comes with determination. Pushing ourselves further. And knowing that recognition isn't given, it's earned. Ram, J.D. Power's #1 brand at new vehicle quality. No wonder more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Every dollar counts these days, so take advantage of this great offer during the Ram Make the Switch event.
Everyone's excited Wendy's Summer Strawberry Salad is back.
I certainly am.
Crispy bacon, grilled chicken, and
fresh strawberries. I'm aware.
It's always good to meet another super fan.
Wendy's Summer Strawberry Chicken Salad is back.
Hitting the road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
I love my new home. I always wanted a house with historic architecture, but it might be too Victorian.
Gosh, interesting hemline on this. Pants?
Yes, I do believe they're called pants.
Pardon me.
No, pardon me. At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. I save so much. Just text me while I'm heading up.
It's a ghost.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
It's called self-care.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too, by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Oral treatments can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms first appear. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, even if they're mild, don't wait. Get tested quickly. If you test positive and are at high risk for severe disease, act fast. Ask if an oral treatment is right for you. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too.
There'll probably only be about 8 or 10 cars that come to pit road at the end of stage 2 here. Everybody else has already been in under green. Here is the issue. Here's what happened to Chase Elliott.
Allen just needed to say, go back about 2 or 3 more times, and he'd have been back in that box.
Yeah, and they did a great job of catching him before he got too far out. Did a great job of getting him stopped, just unfortunately did not get him back the rest of the way.
Vince?
Well, Joey Logano with a playoff position already secured. They've been looking at a good points day, and they've scored the most points, and then they just got a playoff point for this stage win. So it's been a great day for the 22, and it's been a good car.
Saw Todd Gilliland there, who got 5th place stage points. Now, Buscher crossed the line in 3rd, but because he was under penalty for a fuel can issue on his stop, he does not get 3rd place stage points. That moves the 99 up, and it also includes Ryan Blaney and drivers who got stage points for stage 2.
Let's dial up stage 2 winner here with Joey Logano and see what he's up to. Hey Joey, it's Tony Stewart up in the box booth. You got me? Hey Joey, it's Tony Stewart in the box booth. You got us?
Well, let's try channel 2.
That's why they give us 2 radios in case one doesn't work. Hey Joey Logano, it's Tony Stewart in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Congrats on that stage win, man. I know as a driver, you understand the scenario you're in on getting buried here by not pitting toward the end, but you got those important stage points. So what's your strategy the rest of the way?
Hammer down. Only one way to go from here, but I like the call Paul made. I think it makes sense to maximize our day here. From a point standpoint, you got to take a playoff point whenever you can. So we got those at a betting, which is nice. 19 stage points there, which is also good. And we're trying to get the Auto Trader Mustang back up here. It's going to be a intensity's going to keep picking up as you get down to the end of the race, and we're going to be in the middle of the horses then.
You know, I feel like I just thought about this the other day about the whole like number placement thing. And it made me really like the number placement change a lot more. It kind of like it's kind of like a symbol, like them moving the number forward is kind of like symbolism for like the next generation of NASCAR. Like I feel like we are now in a different generation of NASCAR. Like this car was called the next gen car, and I feel like that's true. We are now in a different generation of NASCAR. This is a new NASCAR now. Like this is not the same as the old NASCAR that we used to have. So I feel like moving the number is kind of like a good symbol for like, yeah, this is a different NASCAR. So I feel like it's really pretty cool, you know? Like I feel like we had like chapter 1 of NASCAR, which was like 1949 to 2021, and then this is chapter 2. Like we've started chapter 2 of NASCAR. I think it's really pretty cool. Everyone said Alt plus F4 to ejaculate plus shark. What the fuck?
Mac and cheese. Fries.
Tenders.
Silence.
KFC Sides Lovers Meal. Pair 3 sides with tenders or your favorite fried chicken. That's finger licking good.
Welcome to the future. Some assembly required. But if there's one thing this country has always embraced, it's a challenge. And after almost 120 years of building for those challenges, we're taking the vehicles you know by name and making them electric. By revolutionizing the way they're built and where they're assembled. Not for the few, but for the many.
Your record label is taking off.
but so is your sound engineer. You need to hire.
Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
The sports world is buzzing about the USFL. What a catch! Tonight on FS1, the playoff-bound Philadelphia Stars look to stay red hot against the Pittsburgh Maulers. The USFL, tonight at 7:30 Eastern on FS1.
Crown the top dog. Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, sponsored by Purina Pro Plan, beginning with the Masters Agility Championship next Sunday at 12:30 Eastern on Fox.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels, headlights, and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. You see, the Camry's been named best-selling car in America. But cheer up, wannabe twinsies. If you try harder, maybe you can catch up. Later, Toyota.
Get 1.75% APR financing for 48 months on the fuel-efficient RAV4 or RAV4 hybrid. Buy yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, this one is perfect.
Not as perfect as this one.
That is not a mango, honey.
Something is beeping.
Mango hit water tastes just like mango.
I hear no beeping.
There is a sweetness.
I'll check my stream.
How can our feet look just like our hands? Just like mango. Just like our water with a touch of true fruit flavor. Oh boy, I'm freaking out here. To get free
Yeah, I don't hear any beeping.
with your quarter pounder with cheese. Be sure to save some fries for us.
I hear zero beeping. I think you might be losing your mind. Oh, in your house. I thought you meant on my stream.
eBay Motors. They have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels. Let's ride.
Along with golf, auto racing is the toughest sport to put on television, and these are just some of the names of the best technical team in the business. Those that bring you NASCAR on Fox every week and do it with such professionalism. And we are so grateful for their
Michael McDowell's been running really well today.
Especially shots we give you like this. And we are told that the fuel can penalty on the 17 of Chris Buescher had been reviewed and rescinded. No penalty on Chris Buescher's team.
Oh.
But there is another issue. Here's Jamie.
So Chris Buescher will restart as the leader.
Today's race that we've heard about tire issues. I heard all of a sudden all these different teams saying we've got some issues. So I came down to check out the 99 of Daniel Suarez. This is the left rear. It is blistered all the way around. Now this is after 31 laps. They told him, you're not going to have to go that far again. And we have 2 sets of sticker tires laying. Vince?
With Alan Gustis and the crew chief, the 9 and Chase Elliott, what happened on that stop, Alan?
Yeah, it's really hard to tell, but from the video, the nut didn't draw up. You know, Chad got on the nut and it just didn't draw up. The gun kind of stumbled a little bit and then it didn't draw, and you know, there's really no way you can check off and have a fast stop. So we dropped it and had to bring it back. And unfortunately, we didn't get back in the box far enough and got a penalty. So unfortunately, we had a good race going. Execution was well at that point, but they got up a big hole now, so we get.
He will restart 34th next to last. Here they come to the Geico restart zone. Stage 3 will take us to the conclusion of this race. 110 laps in all.
All right, green flag back in the air.
Suarez.
Final stage is underway.
Still side by side. This can't last.
No, but it's important right now. I mean, it's if you can get that clean air like we saw earlier in stage 1 and 2, that leader has a big advantage. They want to get it right now.
Ooh, what happened with Buescher there? Suarez is going to take the lead, but McDowell wants it.
Second, Harvick looking on. From fourth.
Yeah, Buescher's just driving it too hard, I think. McDowell's looking for this lead, though, here. Oh, my God.
Trying to get it early while they got fresh tires. They will have to settle in and back
This race just changed, y'all.
Justin Marks, the winner of this year's Burnsy Award, presented in three
Rick Ware, top 20.
His driver, Daniel Suarez,
Is Joey Hand a Rick Ware racing car?
Cup Series win.
I actually did the race show this past Monday with Daniel Suarez, and he just had a confidence about himself that he really was totally looking forward to coming out here in Sonoma.
Kyle Larson made it 3 wide in turn 11. You don't see that often.
No, but again, that shows how getting this track position early, you've got to take advantage on these restarts. There's a lot of corners that once it gets sorted out, your lap times are faster, but on the restarts, guys are getting choked up in front of you at different spots of the racetrack, and you got to find unconventional lines to get by guys.
Daniel Suarez is a lonely Camaro at the front. Look at the 6 Fords lined up right behind him.
That was Kyle Larson, who you saw right there in the 5 car. He finally has made his way back to the top 10.
Man, these cars sound so fucking beautiful, man.
Kyle Larson and Ross Chastain together.
Ross must have 2 sets of eyes. You see more often than not moving around the racetrack the block.
And Austin Dillon's going to get in.
Ooh, Austin and Ross. Woo! Custer! He saved it somehow.
He has a bunch of hungry hounds behind him right now.
We're going to get 3 wide into a
Jesus. Oh, boy. This is probably not going to work. Oh, it worked somehow.
Chase Briscoe.
Jesus, fuck. They're just... Jesus Christ.
I think a lot of folks told these drivers, hey, this is the final stage. We got to go now.
It's like they told them it's 3 laps to go.
Well, they feel invincible now that they got new tires on.
Yo, Kenneth. Kenneth, you still in here?
Ross Chastain to see what transpired.
That's a question for you.
The easiest way to stay ahead of a guy is run a faster lap time than him. Ross unfortunately spends way more time looking in his mirror and moving around to put his car in front of everybody else than worrying about looking fast.
I have a question for Kenneth.
And he's fast enough to do it. He just has to get in the mindset that he doesn't have to spend every lap changing lines to keep somebody from getting around him. Talented driver.
Daniel Suarez out in front of Mike McDowell here. 5/4 of a second. Suarez, member of the Coca-Cola Racing family, earlier today had some fun with the Daniels Amigos fan club here at Sonoma.
Hola amigos, we're here in Sonoma. Myself, Nascar, Speedway Motorsport, and Coca-Cola have introduced Latino Hispanic community to the sport of NASCAR. Starting in 2019, we created the program Daniels Amigos to welcome Latino Hispanic community to the sport of NASCAR, to have fun, lots of food, and myself.
Those amigos out there having a lot of fun watching their driver, Daniel Suarez, leading the Coca-Cola Racing family with Dylan.
Could this be the race that Suarez gets his first win? I'd love to see that, man.
22nd.
Mike, I know we have 47 laps to go, but I go back to what you were speaking about as far as the playoffs with 11 races to go and the need to win. I look at our top 6 drivers, every one of them looking at
Jaden!
the win of 2022.
Jaden!
That's right, Larry. Win and you're in. But
Oh, there goes...
the 77.
There goes fucking 77.
I think the 8 got a piece of
Jaden!
Who comes straight to pit road.
And Mike, we talked about it earlier. Unfortunately, this is right out of the play.
Brad's in the top 5.
2022.
Jaden, I have a question. Jaden.
Just come on the radio and said the car's doing something weird, and then you saw that incident. They brought it down, and Tyler Reddick telling the team right now, it broke. Something broke on the 8.
Jaden! Oh, Reddick spun. Okay, say it then. Would you ever try edibles, like pot brownies, like weed brownies? You know, like you eat them and then you get high, or they all have them in cookie form. What if they had them in omelet form? That'd be interesting. Edibles omelet.
Daniel's been up there the majority of the race, but the 34 and the 4, they've been in the top 10. They've just kind of been biding their time over there on the last stage.
And to Larry's point, this top 6 all needs to win to get in the playoffs. So there's a lot of motivation riding right here.
They have edible omelets? There's no way.
Interesting, you've got Daniel Suarez in that Chevy, and the next 6 drivers behind him are all blue Ford Oakers.
Vince?
You know, Michael McDowell, one of the concerns, and I think you just saw that there as Kevin Harvick completed the pass for second on McDowell, was that they had really good short run speed. And the question coming in to this race today was,
It's in the cooking oil, so you can make edible anything. Oh, that's awesome.
long run car going to react. And certainly for Blake Harris, the crew chief on McDowell's car, they like it to fire off, and they like
Edible
it
cheeseburger.
It loses a little bit the longer the run goes.
Right now, he's a second and a half off the lead. Veteran road racer and veteran cup driver, Michael McDowell.
You heard Jamie Little report a while ago. Most all the teams, they have 2 sets of stick and tires laid. No matter
There are restaurants in Los Angeles where every meal gets you high. See, LA is my place.
deep in the race, what do you do? I just think right now track position's key.
No, LA isn't my place. I would love for them to have it. I have like I moved to Boston. I'd love for them to legalize weed there. Well, I think weed is legal in Massachusetts.
Very, very steady progress the whole day. Like we mentioned at the beginning of the show, talking to him yesterday after qualifying, he was disappointed in his qualifying run, but he felt very good about the balance of his race car and racetrack.
You can see the gap closing on with Kevin at 99. He was about a half a second faster that last lap.
Chase Elliott back at 25th place after that issue on pit road.
Jaden, you never answered my question.
Who has had quite an off day here.
Stopping back right. On his right. On his right. 31 trying to come with him.
Was Rick Corelli Bush's spotter?
And you saw Chase with his left hand out the window just waving to Kurt. Kurt gave him plenty of room. Knew he was faster. That's the old etiquette that we talked about earlier, guys playing with each other.
44 laps to go in wine country. Had a couple of spins and a few thrills so far.
Make way for the first ever Chevy Silverado CR2. With multi-matic shocks, rugged 33-inch tires, and front and rear electronic locking differentials.
Dude, this is awesome, but we should get back to work.
It's good? Perfect. If you're going to work remote, work remote. Find new workspaces, find new roads. Chevrolet.
I'll be back.
Google Pixel, the only phone made by Google. Because when Google makes your phone, your camera sees in the dark, sees all skin tones accurately, and fixes your photos like magic. Literally. with a battery that learns from you and adapts to last over 24 hours. And new features are always dropping, so it all just keeps getting better. Google Pixel, the phone made by Google for all you are.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
I don't think it's here for the burger.
This summer, prime rib is the star. Bite into the new Primal Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
eBay Motors. They have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels. Let's ride!
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
41 laps to go. Here's the rest of our NASCAR on Fox technical crew, and our thanks for their great efforts to bring these races into your living room every week with such professionalism and great camera angles and views and coverage and replays. A lot of hard work all week long from one track to the next. Set it up and go again. And we greatly appreciate all of their efforts. Daniel Suarez right in front of Kevin Harvick. That's Suarez looking back at Harvick and Chris Buescher, both within 1 second of the lead.
All of a sudden, Chris Buescher, he ran those
back
two down. He's faster than Suarez and faster than Harvick right now.
And he's there.
There's very few things in this world that matter to me. Off the top of my head, NASCAR and baseball.
We cannot lose sight of the leaders.
And the Phoenix Suns.
We got to get aggressive now. He's listening. Jamie?
Nothing else really matters to me.
Well, you guys have mentioned Chris Buescher. How great he has been since yesterday. Well, the team owner and his teammate Brad Keselowski was off a little bit yesterday. They had qualified 22nd, but what a comeback. Keselowski running 5th right now. He has not had a top 10 since the Daytona 500. He is in desperate times to get a good finish, and so far so good here.
Team RFK. This run by both.
Sun came out in Sonoma.
40 to go. Both in the top 5.
Now, Mike and Tony with 40 to go. The window has opened to make it to the end on fuel. And we're seeing tire fall off, but not that great a tire fall off. Now, if you want to split this stage in half, you go about another 15 laps. But if you're willing to roll the dice, you come here in the next few laps, and in the perfect storm, you get a caution, and you'll leapfrog all these drivers that's in front of you because they'll have to come to pit road.
What strategy won you that race here in 60?
We short pitted about 3 laps before everybody else came, and then the caution came in.
Don't worry.
That was our only shot. I mean, we were running, I think, 27. Mike made that decision. We got out, and then got the caution we needed, and that set us up.
So you made your own luck.
Mike Rucci made our own luck. I just had to carry it on the rest of the way. Good call.
Before that window opens, we'll take a quick pause here with Daniel Suarez leading Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, Michael McDowell, and Brad Keselowski.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Toyota, let's go places.
Introducing the new 3-for-1 bundle, only from Xfinity. It's unlimited internet, streaming, and Xfinity Mobile, all for what you could pay wireless companies for just one 5G unlimited line. Boom shakalaka! Not only do you get fast speed, but you get unlimited data, Wi-Fi equipment, and a free Flex 4K streaming box included, all with a 2-year rate guarantee and no term contract. That's the all-new 3-for-1 bundle. It's a whole new way to save with Xfinity. Switch today.
From our sink mat that perfectly protects under your sink, to our ready-to-wash system that cleans and details, to laser-measured floor liners. And to secure your phone, don't forget the cup phone. WeatherTech has everything to make it a great Father's Day. Order today at WeatherTech.com. WeatherTech, made right in America.
If you thought one red pin for the quarter pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
Here at Red Arena, we are trying to help people through equine therapy. Working with the veterans has been a very amazing experience. Our little motto that we always say is impact through horses. I love what I do. I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Daniel Suarez leading with 37 laps to go in Sonoma. Time for today's Credit One Bank ones to watch.
Hey, I'm going to take the obvious. I'm going to take the guy that has been in the top 5 the entire race. Chris Buescher, I think it's going to steal the show here today.
Hey, I'm not giving up on Kyle Larson. He dominated the first stage. Then he got mired back in traffic. He's working his way up. I think Kyle Larson, the 5 team, goes to victory lane for the second time this season.
Jamie, Daniel Suarez has 194 career starts, still looking for that very first win. He comes to Sonoma knowing he really needs to win to make these playoffs. I think maybe if he can pull the right strategy as far as his next pit stop, they can seal the deal.
Michael McDowell led 34 laps last week in St. Louis. That's more laps than he had led in an entire season before in his career. He's carrying that momentum here today. He's a good road course racer, and he is proving it at Sonoma. Currently running fourth and looking for his second career win. I like McDowell.
I like the old man. Kevin Harvick won here in 2017, the year after Tony, who made me pick one of his cars, because I get to go last. Every week I got to pick last. Give me Harvick. So, those are the Credit One Bank ones to watch. All right, pit window is open. There's Denny Hamlin, and teammate Kyle Busch is also in. Vince?
Well, for Denny Hamlin, it's been a chore all day long, just super loose all day. How's the 18 rolling, Jamie?
Yeah, just the same, Vince. It's been a struggle. Said how terrible it was early on. They've been off sequence. They took one set of tires here, made a small adjustment, said it just won't turn.
Again, these are 2 drivers, 2 teams. No, they did not have cars that could win this race just going straight up in their perfect world. To Tony's point a while ago, a caution comes out here in the next couple of laps. Everybody else is going to have to pit. They stay out.
Well, another new wrinkle, Tony. Sunshine now on at least half the racetrack. First time we've seen that today.
Yeah, and as soon as this track circle seats up, we saw some tire wear at the end of stage 2. That could bring a whole new element to this game and this race that we haven't seen yet.
Pretty much the north end of the track is in pretty bright sunlight here. Mark Truex came in, made his pit stop. We still have the 6 drivers out front, all seeking their first win of the season. If it's winning, you're in. Here in the super speedways, the road courses in the super speedways are kind of become the wild cards of NASCAR, where you don't have the usual suspects lined up at the front all the time.
That's what's interesting, Mike. You think about these 11 races left in the regular season, 4 road courses include today, and we know where the regular season finale at Daytona.
I'll be honest, I'm nervous right now because it's a matter of when does that crew chief pull the pin and call his driver in right now? We know fresh tires have speed. We know that's going to gain you the gap. But you know the more laps you put on them than you have at the end of the race, that's less tire you got left.
So Bubba Wallace out of the race early at lap 10, engine trouble, and Tyler Reddick has taken his car to the garage. Vince?
Yeah, Matt Nash trying to get this repaired, but here's the problem with the 8 with Tyler Reddick. The screws backed out of the rotor. You can see here where the screws had wrecked and actually broken off.
Aloha from Honolulu, Hawaii. New subscriber. Thank you. All the way from Hawaii. That's awesome.
And it's been a while since we've heard that happening. It's happened a lot in the early going of this next gen car. We're starting to see more and more pit stops happen here. Here you see the 9 car on pit road.
Chase Elliott making his stop. Daniel Suarez out front has now led more laps in 2022 than in any previous season of his NASCAR Cup career.
Mike, you kind of pointed it out. I do find it interesting in all 4 of the Joe Gibbs Toyota drivers, when that window opened, all of them they now have made what probably may be their final pit stop.
And they really have nothing to lose. I mean, that's a very calculated and smart decision. I mean, they don't have anything to lose. They don't have the pace. They don't have the speed. By short pitting, they're going to get the advantage of the new tires and the lap time initially until this lead starts to pit.
Okay. Up the hill to turn 2 for Austin Cindric and Ross Chastain. Trying to have a look here and floats the nose across the corner.
Both of them standing on the gas leaving. And what would it be with one car if we didn't touch somebody, at least in this transaction? Just a nudge, just to say hi. But that's the great thing about these bodies. You can do that. It doesn't hurt the shape of it. It pops out Larry to where you don't lose any aero because of it. It doesn't take any performance away from the car.
Saw it from day one, Tony. You did the Busch Clash out there at LA Coliseum, just how durable this car is, especially when it comes to that body.
Something you see there off of turn 11, you see him holding a lower line on the exit.
Your favorite NASCAR drivers are Denny Hamlin, Justin Haley. I love my man Justin Haley. Xfinity, Brandon Jones. Camping World Truck Series, Haley Deegan. Yeah, we love Haley Deegan here. Matt Crafton. You know, in between on Matt Crafton. Carson Hocevar. We all love Hocevar.
Speed-wise, but you do get better acceleration.
32 laps to go here in Sonoma. Each week catch all the WWE action, starting with Raw on USA Network, Mondays at 8 Eastern. Then Friday night, SmackDown on Fox at 8 Eastern. Sports Entertainment's biggest shows on USA Network and Fox. The Bella Twins were here for pre-race, and Brand Marshals gave the command to get things started here.
Bigger muscles than we have.
That's not saying a lot for me, Tony.
Well, that would be natural if we said they had more hair than you.
How about Daniel Suarez? 18 laps in the lead today. He's been working hard trying to get that first win, which I guess has to be just a little tougher when your teammate has won 2 this year.
But Daniel's done a great job today. The end of the second stage, we saw him getting a little bit loose. He's done a great job this stint of taking care of his tires so far. Hasn't hardly put a wheel wrong.
There's that curve at pit road at turn 12, and the second set of pits where stands Jamie Little.
And Brian Blaney in the 12 said he just cannot pass out there. Wanted an adjustment to help the grip on this car. It's interesting with the sun out now, how the cars are changing. The handling is changing a little bit. They came to get those fresh tires for Blaney. He pitted from the 6th spot.
Now here is Alex Bowman trying to catch Ross Chastain. This is for 7th place. Alex, with that bright color scheme. It's Pride Month, and Ally choosing to run an LGBTQ plus paint scheme in honor of Pride Month on Bowman's car.
I think it's awesome.
He's been knocking around the top 10 most of the day.
I love seeing all those NASCAR fans get pissed off about like NASCAR celebrating Pride. I think it's just so funny. Because it's like, why do you care so much? Why do you care so much about what other people do? It's like, leave them, like...
Ross did a great job there. Ross knows that Alex is faster. That was a great deal by Ross Chastain to not push that issue.
It sucks Hocevar is injured. I think he'll be back next week. I'm not confident, but I feel like it won't be too long before he's 100%.
I want to be the first to come to pit road. I don't want to have to hold my breath if one of those others get.
I mean, hell, he set the pole yesterday with a fucking broken leg, so... Or broken ankle, sorry.
Almost got Chris Buescher for second place here. You know, we've not had, other than the stage breaks, we've not had a caution flag since Bubba Wallace back on lap 10. It has been a very clean road race here.
I have a feeling that will change a little bit here toward the end of this thing. The closer to the end of this gets, the dirtier it's going to get.
So here's second and third place on pit road. Vince?
Well, the interesting thing is they are pitted in the boxes adjacent to one another, so they can keep a close eye on what the other is doing. And right now, both of them, like their race cars, just need a little bit more stability and a little more drive off. Otherwise, pretty solid. This is just a race of the pit crews. Which one's going to get out first into 17?
Oh, and the problem around each other's crew. They have to jack it back up.
Probably the final pit stop, which would be the money stop.
Or the lack of money stop in this scenario.
That's about a 9-second difference in leaving pit road. Here comes Buescher back up to speed, and Harvick just hit the yellow line now and begins to accelerate.
Haley didn't qualify 9th. That was her best. Yeah, she was doing pretty well yesterday until she had that issue.
And that's the car we're talking, Tony Stewart. And Ross Chastain with an issue on his stop. Let's take a look here. We've seen several issues, and whether it's the hub, the screws, the rotor, but we've seen several issues of right rears not being tightened up here. Vince?
Just forward gas for Michael McDowell. Crew Chief Blake Harris told me earlier, if we give him a good enough car, he's talented enough to keep it in the front. He's doing that today, Jamie.
Daniel Suarez led 21 laps today. Never run a lap before this race. A one stop before he's got it done. Just 4 tires from the 99.
That was a fast stop.
Michael McDowell going out, Kyle Larson coming into his stall. Jamie.
And Kyle Larson in his box as well. Just been grinding, trying to make his way back, but he's kind of been mired there in that 10th to 8th spot. Can't really go anywhere. They work on the left side of Kyle Larson's car. He's down now.
So Brad Keselowski, who last led in the Cup Series 3 laps at Las Vegas, the 3rd race of the season, Keselowski is in the lead.
Watch Brad Keselowski do this driving for Team Penske several years ago, back in 2017.
Oh, there's a tire gone.
And now we've lost a tire and a wheel.
That's probably going to be a caution. Oh, that's from Larson, too. Yep, there's the caution.
So there's the second caution flag for cause of the day. Right in front of Kyle Larson.
And fuck, there goes Cliff Daniels for the next 4 weeks.
And up to 2.
So Cliff Daniel will not be back now until Pocono. Shit. Have you heard of Natalie Decker? She's my favorite driver. Oh, I've heard of Natalie Decker, bro.
This would result in one of NASCAR's costliest to this team.
But she goes back and forth with NASCAR. Yeah.
Cliff Daniels and the Jackman and the tire changer. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is the 10th one of 2022.
So we've had some left rear issues, now a right front with Larson. What is the issue with getting this wheel seated properly on the hub and getting the single lug nut tight?
Yeah, you've got the drive pins and you've got the drive pin holes, and you have to line those up. And if it doesn't seat completely, the lug nut will maybe mainly tighten, but it won't be tight. But now I will say this. We also have had several issues where the Jackman's key to go is when he sees the tire changers come back. We've had a couple, like Denny Hamlin in the 11 car, where the tire changer thought the lug nut went on. The lug nut had come out of the socket. It was not even installed, and Denny left and the tire fell off.
How does this shake things up?
Things happen with the single lug.
So Larson makes his way back to pit road. The car pretty much running on the rub blocks there on the right front. And remains in the race and on the lead lap. Penalties will come post-race.
You know, I've said it, Cliff Daniels, I got so much respect for him. He tried to duplicate what he did a year ago and win that first stage, and it just was not in the cards, and it's kind of went downhill from there.
Over, take a look at it really quick. Make sure all the nuts are run up good. Make sure.
I think Josh Malicki will get the free pass on this overall. The 4th caution of the day for Kyle Larson, losing a right front wheel.
So Cliff Daniels will be gone for 4 weeks. It's 12:26 in Honolulu. 82 degrees in Honolulu. NASCAR should have a race in Honolulu, Hawaii. That'd be kind of fun. It's just, I don't know how they would get the cars there.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with Prime Rib at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion, now in theaters.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
eBay Motors. They have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels.
Be like NASCAR racing in Japan again. What's my favorite NASCAR track? Probably Bristol, but Homestead has always been one of my favorites. Yeah, I'd say Bristol and Homestead.
Toyota, let's go places.
Everyone's excited Wendy's summer strawberry salad is back.
I certainly am.
Crispy bacon, grilled chicken, and
fresh strawberries. I'm aware.
It's always good to meet a super fan. Wendy's summer strawberry chicken salad is back.
Love seeing all the families at this race, and especially the kids wearing hearing protection. It's a little noisy here. That's all part of the fun. Pit road is open with 26 laps to go. And at least the first 5 cars have not yet been on pit road in this stage, Vince.
Joey Logano with the alternate strategy today. He scored the most points, but he's been off sequence, and what's that going to do for his chances to win? He likes his car. They're having a problem on the left rear. Finally got it snugged up, Jamie.
And the 6 of Brad Keselowski, we just talked about what a day he has been having, one that has been long overdue. 4-tire stop here just to help the grip is his biggest complaint.
Larry, I think more left rear issues this week than we've seen in any single race this season.
Yeah, and again, it could be a plethora of things. You know, we have not truly isolated it to one thing, but definitely the left rear seems to be the common denominator.
There are those drive pin holes in the wheel, 18 of them. 6 pins line up with a group of those holes.
Favorite tracks are Daytona, Martinsville, Vegas, Coda, and Sonoma.
25 laps to go. Daniel Suarez cycling back to the lead. After we're done here in Sonoma, NASCAR takes a week off. Everybody goes on vacation as we hand off coverage to NBC Sports.
Thanks, Mike. It's been awesome watching you guys in the booth this season, bringing all the great action to us week after week. I'm excited to get back in the booth myself as NASCAR returns to NBC. Just 2 short weeks away, we'll be live from Nashville Super Speedway. I'm hoping everybody's going to tune in to NBC on Sunday, June 26th, 5 p.m. Eastern, as the race for the playoff continues. Now, let's get back to the action here in Sonoma.
Thanks, Junior. We'll look forward to that. And today's big announcement is that the Busch Light Clash will return to the historic Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum February 5th on Fox. Tickets for this season opening event go on sale in early August. Visit NASCARclash.com or use that QR code on your screen to register for an exclusive pre-sale offer later this summer for the Busch Light Clash. 25 laps to go. Daniel Suarez out front. We're going to take you Fox side by side.
Expectations come with the territory, but raising expectations, that comes with determination, pushing ourselves further, and knowing that recognition isn't given, it's earned. Ram, J.D. Power's #1 brand at new vehicle quality. No wonder more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
Every dollar counts these days, so take advantage of this great offer during the Ram Make the Switch event.
It's still the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway, and now they're refreshing their classics.
With a classic refresh, because their classic sweet onion sauce is getting refreshed. New sweet onion steak teriyaki.
You got a refresh too? Why?
You know Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Like how I customized this scarf. Check out this backpack I made for Marco. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Knoxville Raceway, June 18th. One night only. NASCAR trucks racing live at the most prestigious dirt track in the world. Be there when the trucks hit the dirt. Bring your friends, bring your family. Plus, all kids 12 and under are free. That's right, free. NASCAR trucks, one night only. The Clean Harbors 150 presented by Premier Chevy. Live Saturday night, June 18th. Get your tickets now at KnoxvilleRaceway.com.
For the first time since WrestleMania, Roman Reigns steps into the ring to defend the undisputed WWE Universal Championship against the Invincible Riddle. Plus, Madcap takes on Happy Corbin in a last match. It's an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
The sports world is buzzing about the USFL. What a catch tonight on FS1. The playoff-bound Philadelphia Stars look to stay red hot against the Pittsburgh Maulers. The USFL tonight at 7:30 Eastern on FS1.
It'll be 23 laps to go when they come back. The first 4 drivers all trying to win their first race of the year, and in one case career. That's Suarez, your leader. Then Buescher, Blaney, and McDowell. Kyle Busch leads the Gibbs cars, which all short pitted, and they are now in.
All right, we're getting ready to go back green.
And 16.
And getting advantage of those fresh tires in that short amount of time, that definitely paid dividends, especially for Kyle Busch.
You listened in on Daniel Suarez's team. Let's find out. Suarez on the outside.
All right, Kyle Busch up to 5th here.
Inside.
Would love to see him make some money moves. And
The leader gets lane choice on road courses.
green flag is back in the air. We are back racing from Sonoma.
McDowell going for second.
It's a great jump by Daniel Suarez.
What a top 3 here, man.
He's got to love seeing that in his mirror.
Absolutely.
Busher prevails as they sorted out single file. Kyle Busch with a move to the inside on Harvick. Not going to get there as he battles Bowman, and they trade a little paint. 3 wide coming to turn 7.
Oh, fuck me!
Locks up the rear tire, spins.
Bowman with him. We stay green.
God fucking damn it. He's still stopped on track. And he's rolling again. Fucking shit.
Yeah, it's feast or famine here, unfortunately. I mean, when you have a good day, it's a great day here, but when you have an off day, it is, you normally leave here pretty upset about it.
You fucking kidding me?
Sorted out now, but let's go back up to turn 7. Busch inside of Bowman. It's going to be 3 wide.
Oh, he didn't even get spun. He just spun himself out.
As Briscoe goes to the inside and Bowman ends up outside.
I think it's a perfect example of what those new tires versus old tires. You know, Rowdy's going to sit there and get everything.
We got 19 viewers in the stream. I do want to thank you guys for that. I'm pretty fucking pissed right now, but
everybody else is on fresher tires.
And Alex Bowman does a little agricultural racing to get back on course.
Yeah, he's all the way back to the 28th spot right now at 48 car.
Kyle Busch is in 32nd.
29 laps off the lead after this.
That was self-preservation. He drove it outside of the groove even further to make sure he didn't have contact with the engine. Alex has been doing a lot of dirt sprint car racing, so him going off course, he's one of the guys I put my money on if he's got to go off.
Yeah, everyone go ahead and drop a like on the stream. Be much appreciated.
Suarez had a bit of wheel spin in turn 11, and that brought Buescher right back to it. Through turn 1, up the hill to 2.
Larry, I think with 21 to go here, I don't think you're going to see these guys holding anything back. I think they're going to use everything they got every lap.
Yeah, there's no holding back now whatsoever.
What then Harvick's using is that bumper. He just got into Cindric at the top of the hill. This is for 5th place. 3A, now down the hill to 4.
Kevin's trying to recover from the issues they had on that last trip to pit road with that pit stop.
Xfinity fastest last lap, Chris Buescher.
The guy that barreled is looking for the lead. Wow, he had COVID last week. Yeah, Chris Busch has been running amazing today. And in 2 more laps, Daniel Suarez will have collected the most laps led today. He has 26. Chase Elliott has 26, and then Kyle Larson has 27. So, just 2 laps here. Daniel, if he continues to lead, Daniel Suarez will have led the most laps. And unless Elliott gets back up there, he will have led the most laps.
Tony, one more lockup in turn 11 for Suarez, and Buescher may have the lead here.
Yeah, I mean, if he continues to do that, eventually it is definitely going to take its toll on that right front.
Austin Cindric having a very strong day for the rookie in 5th place, Jamie.
Really is, Mike, and anytime Austin Cindric goes to a road course, you always count him in. But it was not easy starting yesterday in practice and qualifying, just disconnected, especially on the right-handers. He started this race 25th. They have just been working on it. Baby steps was their words, and now he's running top 5. Hasn't finished in the top 5 since he won the Daytona 500.
You know, Mike, Sonoma can be tough on rookies. A rookie has not finished better than 15th in the last 11 races here.
Wow.
It's a tough track. It's like we've talked about over and over. This is a track that is a rhythm track. You have to get in rhythm, and you can run as many laps as you want on a sim, but nothing is going to beat getting actual track time here to get that rhythm.
Tell you what, Tony, if Daniel Suarez so much as slips a front tire or a rear tire, Chris Buescher is there ready to pounce that 17.
I don't know, Larry. Suarez is driving the race of his career. Other than that occasional lockup in 11, he's hardly put a wheel wrong.
And if I'm Chris Buescher, I'm trying to watch right now, and I'm trying to figure out where is Daniel strong and where is he weak.
I mean, it's pretty crazy because the last time we saw Chris Buescher, he was flying through the air at Charlotte, and now he's fucking battling for the lead here.
At 3A, you have to be good at turn 8 and be good at turn 10 to get that run on that driver to get in the braking zone when you're close enough to do something.
It's Daniel's radio. Buescher within a car length as they come to 11. Last time we saw Buescher, he was on his roof. Took 8 minutes to get that car right and get him out of there. He was uninjured in that crash, but then lost a week due to the COVID protocol. 5th place, Harvick on the outside at turn 1. If he can stay there, he's in a good spot for turn 2. He's there. Makes the pass.
These cars, I don't remember ever being at Sonoma and us seeing two wide racing through turns 1 up to turn 2 like we are in different sections of the track where it never was the guy on the inside always prevailed. But I've seen more side-by-side racing through corners and guys being able to hold on. And I think it's a testament to this new car. This new car has been perfect for the road course races.
And we have 6 of them this season. 18 laps to go. Daniel Suarez with a thin margin over Chris Buescher as one more time we take you, Fox, side by side.
I found the Tundra. We have to take down the security.
All right, the fuse box is right through the store.
Which one is it? Securing the package now.
Seriously?
Guys, abort mission.
Get your helmets. You guys are gonna love this thing.
I told you we should have just called them.
Hitting the road, not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Everyone's excited Wendy's summer strawberry salad is back.
I certainly am.
Crispy bacon, grilled chicken, and
fresh strawberries. I'm aware.
It's always good to meet another super fan. Wendy's summer strawberry chicken salad is back.
Wednesday on FS1, it's time for 2 of the NL's best to collide. Christian Yelich leads the Brewers.
A monster shot!
against the Mets and their 1-2 punch of Alonso and Linden. Wednesday at 6 Eastern on FS1.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, wing, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
Over the last lap and a half, Daniel Suarez has increased his lead from a car length to about 6 car lengths, which on track is about 3/4 of a second. Michael McDowell, Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, there are the lap leaders today, led by Suarez. Chase Elliott currently in 8th place. Kyle Larson in 18th, who lost a wheel. Joey Logano back in 26th. Chris Buescher, of course, in 2nd. Just a few car lengths off the lead. Byron pressuring Elliott there. There are your leaders. Heading for turn 11, which has been a little bit of a trouble spot for Suarez. Buescher gains on him every lap there. Now, right at the end of the top 10, A.J. Allmendinger earlier reported no power steering, but Vince, he is hanging in there.
Well, I'll tell you what, it has been a battle. They put some power steering fluid in there, but he said it didn't really help much. He has just dealt with it. And, you know, he's a guy that was under the weather all week long coming into the race. That makes it even more difficult. A.J. small in stature, small-framed guy, but he has muscled up and delivered here today.
Well, he shares that ride with Daniel Hemrick and Noah Gragson. The car runs the full schedule, got his first top 10 of the season at St. Louis last week.
We're watching him in the car. I'm watching the tops of his shoulders. If his arms are starting to get tired, you're going to see him pick up his outside shoulder in whatever direction he's turning into. He looks like he's fairly comfortable. I mean, he is doing an outstanding job to not have power steering right now. Looks really comfortable. The other guy looks pretty comfortable is leading this race too.
You know what, Mike? You talked about not holding anything back. He has about 9 laps on those tires. Daniel Suarez turned his fastest lap of the race 2 laps ago.
He builds up a lead, Tony, of about 6 car lengths, coming all the way to turn 10, and then loses most all of it, entering 11.
But look at what he gains back on the exit. He pulls all back out of it. So it's somewhat deceiving. I mean, you're going to have, with such a big long braking zone where the speed goes from so high to so low, and then back the opposite direction when they leave the corner.
And you drop over 100 miles an hour between 10 and 11. And maybe it's just a case of Suarez not wanting to abuse his brakes or his tires getting in there, especially if he knows he can come off that corner and retain the lead.
And he's got enough of a gap now that it needs to be all out in front of him. If I'm his spotter, I'm telling him, you're not being pressured from behind, it's all in front of you, and let him run his lap. If for some reason his pace is slower than Buescher's is, then the spotter's got to call and say, hey, we have to pick it up a little bit. But the best thing that Daniel Suarez can do right now is strictly focus on his car and his pace, running his lap the way he wants to run right now.
A big gap, about 8 car lengths going into turn 10. Buescher closes 1, and then under braking, closes about 3 more.
Here's this forward by squeeze and pull away again.
So how maddening must that be if you're Chris Buescher right now? You can get that close.
Well, it's a false sense of security, unfortunately. You get there, you get in the corner, you're like, all right, I just made up a bunch of ground, and then as soon as he leaves the corner, you're like, I lost it all back.
Vince?
Well, Tony noted that Suarez is pulling away from Chris Buescher off the corners, and that's been the issue for Buescher all day long, saying when the tires start to wear, it's really tough to keep the forward drive in it. That's what
this race has been terrible, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'd be really happy to see Suarez get the win, but this race has just been god-awful.
Tony, that drive,
like no passing.
That speed goes all the way up the front stretch, up the hill, all the way to turn 2.
But if he's struggling with it right now, it's not going to get better most likely. So if you're Daniel, you just got to run your pace. If you're Chris, you got to take care of it as much as you want to try to push to close that gap. Maybe in these next 10 or 12 laps, maybe Daniel's car starts giving up the forward drive. So you can't push too hard and make your problem worse. You got to sit there and run at the capability of what the tires are giving you right now.
To go in Sonoma. I want to thank our entire Fox NASCAR production team, beginning with producer Barry Landis, director Artie Kempner, pit producer Pam Miller, Darren Foster, Eric Mandia, Andy Jeffers up there in the rear, Racing Insights with all our stats, and everyone who helps us present this race to you on a weekly basis. It's our job, but it's a labor of love for all concerned. We appreciate all of their efforts.
And Tony, I know the weather has changed. We talked about the sun coming up, but if this stays green, the length of this run is going to be equal to that run that we did in stage 2, where we went caution-free.
If you remember, Daniel Suarez had blistering problems on the rear tires, so it's going to be important to sit there and...
24 viewers in here. Thank you guys so much. Oh, it just went down to 16.
...to make a problem that doesn't need to be there right now.
Let's get an update from the leader's pit. Here's Jamie.
Hey, this is the most quiet I've ever heard the 99 radio, Mike. He has not said much at all. He is focused and driving the race of his career. And you just saw his stats. He's been in the Cup Series for 6 years. He won the Xfinity Series championship, moved up to Cup. He's bounced around to multiple teams, never finding a spot, never landing in victory lane. One thing he has done this year, he has found a home with Trackhouse Racing. And today, perhaps, he'll finally break that winless streak and go to victory lane for the first time.
And there is that grandstand full of Daniel's amigos that he told you about earlier in the telecast.
They do not miss a lap that he goes up that hill.
Well, you're not going to meet a nicer guy. We had the honor of having Daniel drive our car, Stewart-Haas Racing, and just a great kid. Glad he got to another home that he's happy in right now, and nobody deserves it better than him or Chris Buescher at this point. Both of these guys equally deserve this win.
His enthusiasm is really infectious. He must love it up here in Sonoma because there are more unrestored Volkswagen bugs here in Sonoma County than I think anywhere else in America. So just driving around looking for restoration candidates probably puts a smile on his face. Glendale, Arizona's Michael McDowell, veteran road racer, and had a lot of success at one point. Might have been on the road to Indy, but found a home in NASCAR and in the Cup Series. A Daytona 500 winner. A driver with a lot of road course skill. And currently in third place, 6 back. Well, make that. Here's 5th place. Teammate Silicon Lane.
I will say something about the 3-team Penske drivers. When it comes to racing other drivers, they do not discriminate. It does not matter if it's a teammate or not.
Well, let's show you that pass again from above.
And that's something that Austin Cindric has a great road course background and is really, really good under braking. We saw it at the LA Coliseum. We've seen it at every road course race. He knows how to get that car stopped and knows how to maximize the braking ability.
All right, Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin, Larry, have come to pit road.
Yeah, and I don't, because they pitted basically on lap 74, lap 75, so that was like 25 or 26 laps to go. So this is a desperation pit stop right here.
Well, 3 of the 4 Joe Gibbs cars are in positions 29 through 32 right now. Leaving Truex as the leading Toyota in 13th place. And finally, I want to thank the 20 guest analysts that have been in the booth for NASCAR on Fox this year, joining Clint Boyer and myself. Tony with the most appearances of all, fitting that you should start the season for us and end it here at Sonoma. Of course, Clint was scheduled to win us this weekend. He is tending to a personal matter. Larry McReynolds kind enough to step in, but it has just been so great to share all the different points of view and experience of all the folks that have been kind enough to come by and spend time with us.
Well, your entire staff is so easy to work with. You guys do a great job. Barry, Pete, Hardy, all of you guys in the booth, everybody running cameras, electrical, everything, do such a fantastic job, and it's been an honor to do this with you guys. We love this sport, and to be able to cover it with you guys and bring it to the fans is something that I've absolutely had a blast doing that with you guys this year.
Well, thank you. We've certainly enjoyed having you and all of the guests that have joined us.
And Mike, I've enjoyed the opportunity to come back and do some booth work with you. You and I stood in this same booth 21 years ago to end our first year of NASCAR on Fox in 2001.
Time flies, Larry. It's still so much fun. And so many new storylines like this group right here. These 4 drivers at the front of this field. If any one of them could score the checkered flag, it'd be their first win of the season and most likely punch their ticket into the Cup Series playoffs.
Busher needs that win.
Daniel Suarez leading more laps here than probably in his whole career. 39 so far. Jamie out front with 8 to go.
Yeah, so Daniel Suarez has clinched up the most laps led.
An honorary friend of Team Trackhouse. Little Kinsley, 6 years old. She's battling ATRT. It's a brain and spinal
Daniel Suarez.
She's having surgery this week, but in the meantime, she is here with her entire family. They got to meet this morning. They were on our pre-race show. Look at Kinsley's smile. So excited to be here rooting for Daniel Suarez and perhaps even going to victory lane here in just a matter of laps.
A great story. But to do that, Daniel Suarez is going to have to run 7 more time trial laps here to stay out in front of Chris Buescher.
Well, I think Chris has to run the time trial laps. Daniel has to just run 7 smooth laps like he's been running this entire stint. If he can do that, he's in a good spot right now.
And they mirrored each other's lap that time, but the 2 laps prior to that, Daniel was maybe about 2.5 tenths quicker than Chris Buescher.
And Michael McDowell and Kevin Harvick are 0.3 of a second faster than both of them, but still kind of far back here.
Yeah, we're listening to, watching Daniel and Jamie mention that they haven't been talking a lot on the radio to him. This is one of those scenarios where you just want to let the driver drive. I mean, there's nothing that he's doing that he needs any more information than what he's already doing at this point. So just letting him stay focused, letting him stay locked in. Don't say anything to him that distracts him in any way. He's doing his work right now.
I feel like these road course races should be a bit longer, in my opinion. I feel like this race should be like 130 laps. Watkins Glen should be like 100 laps.
You've got the job. We hired you because you know what to do. Go out there and do it.
That's right. That's right. I mean, and he's doing a great job right now. There's nothing that the crew chief, there's nothing that the spotter's going to do that is going to help him at this point. With lap traffic coming up, that spotter is wandering around trying to find those cars in front of him and trying to get help from their spotters to say, hey, we need a break right here. We're leading this thing. Can you give us a little room when we get there?
Rough day for Martin Truex. His position now matches his car number as Eric Almirola and Alex Bowman just went by. Truex, just like his teammates, coming back to pit road.
And the only way this play works for them is if we run far enough now, if we get a caution, it's maybe going to force a lot of the other cars on the lead lap to come to pit road to get 4 fresh tires.
Yeah, it's a great point. I mean, again, they had nothing to lose before. That's why they short-pitted in the first place. And this does. I mean, we've run long enough in the race.
Agree, more laps here would be better, yeah. I mean,
6 or 5 to go.
it's just, you look at the race time, 2:41. The average race this year, well, I think as of a few weeks ago, was like 3 hours, 17 minutes. So, yeah, we'd definitely like to see it be a little longer.
Tony, if I'm running up to the top 5 or 6, a lot like St. Louis, my pit stuff's already over at the hall.
Smoking the weed.
Just outside turn number 1. Suarez looks and climbs the hill. And that's good 2.3 back.
I bet Suarez, if he wins this race, he'll do a burnout right there next to his friends.
It's just not as good as that 99 on this deep end of the run.
You wonder if he could have got by him, what the circumstances would have been. Would the end result be the same? Would his car have fallen off at this point in the run, or would that clean air have mattered? But Daniel did such a good job, especially at the end of the second stage. I thought he was going to be in really big trouble, and in this stage, he's done such a good job of taking care of it. Every time we see him, he's not slipping a wheel. He's on entry, he's solid. On exit, he is not letting those tires get away from him.
So good things that have happened to Daniel Suarez this weekend. Kinsley Wilkerson, Jamie told that story. Kinsley riding on Daniel's car. Daniel's amigos here, they had a big party in pre-race, and they're on the hillside. His girlfriend, Julia Piquet, has been looking for a particular car for her daily driver, but trying to help Daniel to find a Porsche 912, one that was made early within 3 specific model years. They found one this week. So, and Justin Martin won the Bernsey Award this weekend. I guess that only leaves one thing, and it's 3.5 laps away.
Seal the deal.
Not a long list of foreign-born drivers to win in the Cup Series. Mario Andretti won the Daytona 500 with Pablo Montoya. Earl Ross from Canada won at Martinsville. And Marcus Ambrose from Australia on the road course.
And that win by Pablo Montoya right here at Sonoma 2007. Canada to win a race here at Sonoma.
You know, this Trackhouse team, of course, the team itself is only a couple of years old. There's car owner Justin Marks. And all these drivers in 2016 were racing against each other in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, what Justin has done putting this program together is remarkable.
And I say all of them, including Justin, who raced some for Chip Ganassi and ended up buying Chip Ganassi's NASCAR operation. So far, so good.
For that lap, I think Keith Bank gets time to the 34. You'll have one more lap car that's 78.
Scott Beckert ahead is 1 lap in distance down to the leader. The last car on the lead lap. We thought we'd be saying Denny Hamlin's name in that context today.
Exactly.
He should have Denny Hamlin, because Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, Kyle Busch is going to get a pretty shitty finish here.
Other than that, he's got a pretty clean racetrack in front of him.
Meanwhile, in 7th place.
Yeah, all those Gibb cars, I guess they pitted to, you know, in case we get a caution, they would probably get some track position because people would pit, but...
Can make it many more laps. They start jumping higher and higher every time he goes by.
2 to go. It's a home track for Justin Marks. Daniel's team owner grew up here in the Bay Area.
And Mike, Tony will know this. I speak from experience of being able to win at this race. Yeah, you've got to make that final lap, all 11 turns, but the flag you want to see is that white flag, because you know when you see it, the next flag ends the race.
That's right. With the gap he's got, it's lift early, be easy on the throttle, do everything you can to not make any kind of mistake. He just has to keep doing what he's doing right now, and he can back his pace off, make smooth, consistent laps right now, and he's going to be in good shape.
Oh! AJ off track.
Oh, here he's coming back on.
He's coming back on track.
3, I believe.
But that's why he wants to see that white flag.
That's exactly why.
AJ down to turn 3.
Well, we got off.
but he got restarted. And there's
White flag. One more time around.
Sponsored by Credit One Bank, waving over Daniel Suarez.
White flag. About a 5-second lead. You had one come back on here at the top of 3A. Take your time through here. You got no pressure.
That's very good information.
What if that steering just locked up on Allmendinger? Something had to happen there.
I think
Red Sox win.
off in the dirt here. The good thing is Daniels through that section doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Just has to make another good solid half lap here and get this win under his belt.
He's got almost a 5-second lead over Chris Buescher. That's 17 right now.
So team owner Justin Marks, as we mentioned, Bay Area native. His dad, Michael Marks, up there on the pit box with him. Awaiting what would be the crowning of NASCAR's newest Cup race winner.
Daniel Suarez is gonna do it.
Final time, headed for the hairpin and home.
As he goes around turn 11,
Doing a concert at the racetrack of the Coliseum. He's a part
on turn 12, and Daniel Suarez wins at Sonoma.
Is a NASCAR Cup winner.
That's awesome.
You gotta love it when nice guys finish first.
Absolutely. You're going to find a better guy that's always smiling no matter what's going on. He's always smiling. He's always looking at the positive, and definitely that effort paid off today.
Go pick her up. Give her a victory lap, man.
The 30-year-old from Monterrey, Mexico, gets his first Cup Series win in his 195th start and becomes the 5th driver not born in the United States.
What a great
to win the
moment.
Cup Series.
What a great moment, y'all.
He is the 4th driver to get his first career win this season. Ross Chastain cheering him on. A victory lap from Chase Elliott.
I don't think there's a driver in this series that does not like Daniel Suarez.
Exactly. This is a feel-good story for this whole series.
To me, it's a big win in motorsports, but it's a huge sports win at the end of the day.
Chris Buescher is second by 4.9 seconds. Michael McDowell third. Kevin Harvick fourth. Rookie Austin Cindric fifth. Ryan Blaney sixth. Chastain seventh. Chase Elliott eighth. William Byron and Brad Keselowski round out the top 10.
This makes me so happy to see. Just what a great moment.
It's fun watching him. Everybody in the field is slowing down to congratulate him on the end lap right now. That's when he's looking to the right. All of his fellow competitors congratulating him.
Everybody will slow down and wave. Here's Kurt Busch. What a weekend for Team Trackhouse. What a season. Vince.
Justin Marks, team owner. Wow. And you put this into words this way.
This one's difficult to put into words. Daniel Suarez, Travis Matt helped build Trackhouse, and they've been working so hard together. They've been so focused, so dedicated, trying to get in the victory lane. The one car winning 2 races this year was tough on them, but they never gave up. They knew that they deserved to be in victory lane. I'm so proud of them.
Everyone loves Daniel Suarez, man.
The whole crew is up on the wall in front of Daniel.
Daniel Suarez, gotta love it. A foreign-born driver winning in the Cup Series. Doesn't happen very often. I love that man.
The item in front of the splitter of the car was a topper. That's awesome.
Justin Marks going to climb right in the car.
Well, he owns it. He should.
Well, Daniel's longtime girlfriend, Julia Piquet, her brother drove in NASCAR, her dad drove in Formula One. I mean, great racing family.
And he's out. Daniel Suarez with his first Cup Series win.
Mexico. Started his
What a
race in
moment, man.
Came to the United States with dreams of NASCAR, and now that dream is realized.
This will be a victory lane celebration we will not forget for quite some time.
It'll probably last for
This shit.
Rightfully so.
This is so awesome.
In Kansas, he was on his way to dinner with us. It's a piñata, that's what it is. We talked at dinner about what did he want to do, what kind of celebration did he want to have when he first won, and he says, you know, how about a piñata? There it was.
I like that better than the watermelon. At least we can pick it up and eat the stuff that came out of the piñata.
That's right.
Yes, Chastain. Chastain still ate the watermelon off the ground.
Quite the celebration. And Daniel Suarez, since you won your Xfinity Series championship, it has been a long road here in the Cup Series, different teams, a lot of heartbreak. How do you put into words the race you had today in this moment standing right here?
It's crazy, Jamie. I have so many thoughts in my head right now. It's been a rough though. It's been a rough journey in the Cup Series, and you guys believing in me, Trackhouse Racing, Justin Marks, Ty Norris, everyone that helped me to get to this point. You know, a lot of people in Mexico, Jim, or Alex Slim, my family, you know, they never give up on me. A lot of people did, but they didn't. So I'm very happy that we're able to make it work.
I mentioned different teams, Trackhouse. It just seemed like magic from the moment you guys started together. What has been different about this team for you?
The energy, they believe in me. They won. You know, they believe in me, and they put all the people, resources, everything to make it happen. Look at all. We have the Dios amigos over there.
Woo!
Daniel.
Daniel just said, "Fuck yeah."
Over there, and all the amigos watching at home on their couch, tell them in Spanish what you're feeling right now.
I'm sorry for what I just said, but gracias, muchas gracias por todo el apoyo. Siempre creyeron en mí desde el inicio y esta es la primera de muchas. This is the first one of many.
Daniel Suarez wins his first career
Win numero uno.
Daniel Suarez, Travis.
Yeah, Suarez let out a fuck yeah on live TV.
Could last a couple of days, or you know, there's an open test day on Wednesday at the track. I hope they're done by then. Lots more to come from Sonoma as we break it down. Daniel Suarez, big win on the road course here.
Here's my dip. Yes! Did you bring me 7-layer dip? Yeah, but it's just 7 layers of beans.
Resourceful. Or did you invite all your friends to watch your favorite team?
They're losing, but that's okay.
So you leave. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you pretend to like sports or your girlfriend's dad would like you better?
What? No, I love sports.
Me too.
If
it looks like an F-150, smells like an F-150, all like an F-150, thinks like an F-150.
This is the first of many.
Like an F-150. It must be an F-150 hybrid. The 2022 F-150 power-based hybrid. With 570 pound-feet of torque and 12,700 pounds of max available towing.
You got the mashed potatoes first. You got the fries first. The mac and cheese is mine. Mine.
Yeah, each side of the meal. Now time for Sharon, for Stephen, plus 8 pieces of fried chicken. That's making looking good.
Think Mom calling 911? Nope. She's switching her choice cashback category to dining, so she earns more on our backup plan. Delivery.
With the Bank of America customized cash rewards card, you just can't stop getting rewarded.
Know the lyrics, win $1 million.
If you get it wrong, you go home.
Well, that about wraps up coverage from Fox this year. Yeah. fun times on Fox this year. Your fucking phone. Yeah, y'all. There is no cup. There is no cup race next week. There is no Xfinity race next week, but there is a truck race next week. I will probably be streaming that. Not 100%, but I probably will. I'm going to Boston on Friday night. I'm coming back Saturday, and I'm pretty sure I'll be back by 9. I'll probably be back long before 9 p.m., but just saying, there's a chance I don't stream the Knoxville truck race next week. But if I am, I'll be live at 8:45. And then for the Nashville weekend, for the Cup Series weekend at Nashville, I'll be live. Well, if I am not, I'll have to see my work schedule first. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, I want to see you guys. I want to thank you all for watching. I'm fucking stupid and high. I want to thank everybody for watching. And peace out.